Douluo, the sacred dragon staff. Hey! Look who's back for more adventures. We love having you here to continue this story that keeps us all awake. Important note, all of this is pure fiction, so don't try any techniques you hear here in real life. Your neighbor might call the cops. This amazing novel and all its rights belong to the original author. We're just the ones giving it voice and drama. Are you enjoying the show? Prove it by subscribing to our YouTube channel and leaving that like that motivates us so much. And if you want VIP access to exclusive content, our Patreon is waiting with things you won't find anywhere else. Chapter 26 Detoxification. Soon, something unusual appeared in the spring water, prompting Du Guyan and Du Gubo to take a closer look. Li Luochen emerged from the spring, naked. He quickly put on the clothes he had left on the shore. Du Guyan covered her eyes upon seeing this, but the gaps between her fingers betrayed her. Li Luochen was a sturdy figure, with pronounced pectoral muscles and 8-pack abs. His muscles were sharply defined, and his handsome face now appeared resolute. His black hair was styled in a wolf's paw, now with wisps of red and blue hues. Du Guyan's face flushed at the sight. This was the first time she had seen a man naked, and she felt a different emotion towards Li Luochen. Senior, it's done, but I need to digest it. Please also refine some toxin-suppressing pills to alleviate the poison in your body before you go hunting for soul bones, okay? Du Gubo, not one to waste time, quickly prepared the ingredients for the pills. He had already tried many methods to suppress the toxin, but the effects had gradually diminished. Du Gubo went to gather herbs for pills, while Li Luochen wandered the herb garden. He spotted a gigantic chrysanthemum, the Kirantong Xianju. The chrysanthemum was a vibrant purple, and strangely, each petal looked incredibly fuzzy and lovely. The entire blossom was seamless, yet devoid of any fragrance. The central pistil rose over half a foot above the petals, its tip gleaming with a faint golden sheen. This neutral, immortal herb, ingested, circulates qi throughout the limbs, energizes the blood vessels, and cultivates an indestructible body. It was a perfect immortal herb for Li Luochen, or more accurately, for any spirit master, a panacea. Later, while strolling, he came across a piece of bamboo, likely the black jade divine bamboo, which enhances the tenacity of his spirit. It would be perfect for his dragon pattern staff. Oh, and speaking of the dragon pattern staff, his spirit had evolved, though he'd forgotten to check. He extended his hand, and a staff emerged. The black golden hoops at each end remained unchanged, but the body of the staff had changed. The originally scarlet staff had become alternating red and blue, not half red and half blue, but a harmonious blend. The dragon pattern had also changed, becoming more prominent. More accurately, it resembled a coiled dragon staff. Unlike the Spirit Hall's coiled dragon staff, his staff featured 2 dragons, one red and one blue. His spirit had reached the highest level of a top-tier spirit. Li Luochen felt it was on par with the Clear Sky Hammer and the 7-killing sword, though he could ask Du Gubo about its rank. Li Luochen named it a Panlong staff. The distinction between Panlong and Panlong was important, though their meanings were roughly the same. Li Luochen felt his second and third spirit skills must have undergone a qualitative change, but it was just too difficult to use them right now. Soon, Li Luochen had finished exploring the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire. He had looked at many immortal herbs, but some of them were just speculations. He had no idea how to harvest them or how to use them, which was the most embarrassing part. Li Luochen chose to return to Du Gubo's side, away from the tempting immortal herbs. However, he made a new discovery, a new understanding of his martial spirit. Li Luochen felt that attaining the 4th ring would lead to a qualitative change, consolidating wind, fire, water, and earth, the 4 fundamental elements of the material world. Li Luochen's use of these 4 elements as a foundation clearly demonstrated the depth of his ambition. A single weapon could overcome all obstacles. He desired his own supreme artifact, the Panlong Liangai staff. Only the weapon best suited to his needs could unleash its full power. He had hypotheses about the numerous immortal herbs in the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire, but he didn't know how to harvest or consume them, which was frustrating. He simply chose to keep them out of sight, out of mind. However, he was pleasantly surprised to find 2 ripe golden melons. Li Luochen guessed they were Earth Dragon golden melons. He hadn't expected 2 Earth Dragon golden melons to grow. After all, the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire were the burial place of the Dragon King, and dragon-attributed herbs thrived there. Du Gubo and his grandson were in luck. Once they obtained the record of immortal herbs, They could consume them and their martial spirits would evolve. But why wasn't Tang San used by Douluo in the original novel? It's likely due to distrust, and he's too greedy, seeking maximum benefit at minimal cost. Li Yusong, however, didn't want that. He wanted Douluo to be his protector, but he'd sooner or later be discovered by a larger power. Perhaps his information was already on the desk of a powerful leader. He desperately needed a powerful protector, and Douluo was just the right one. Although he currently only had level 91 spirit power, once the poison was removed, he could easily break through to level 92. Taking the Earth Dragon Golden Guard again would evolve Douluo's Jade Phosphorus Snake King, granting him the ability to turn over. Douluo's strength would increase significantly, potentially reaching Super Douluo status in just a few years. The key to effective herbal use is resourcefulness. Resources should be quickly transformed into strength. Soon, Douluo's medicine was almost ready, and Li Yusong added a little blood to it. This small amount of blood would alleviate the pain caused by the poison. Douluo took the newly concocted pill and, after absorbing it, felt a significant weight loss. The method was effective. His eyes softened as he looked at Li Yusong. For years, he had devoted countless efforts to this poison. Today, Douluo was finally free. He looked at Li Yusong and said, "The latest novel is now available on the 69th book forum. My friend, I cannot thank you enough for your kindness. If you need anything in the future, please feel free to contact me. Although Douluo, am not a good person, my reputation is unquestionable. Do I need to mention Senior Douluo's reputation? Everyone knows that Senior Douluo always keeps his word." Li Yusong's words were not a compliment. Douluo truly kept his promises and was a man of integrity. Just look at how he helped Tang San in the original novel. Douluo looked at Li Yusong, pondered for a moment, and then bowed to him. "Thank you, Li Yusong. If it weren't for you, our family would truly be doomed. I apologize for my earlier impertinence. Please forgive me." Douluo apologized to Li Yusong. Although she had a rebellious personality, she also knew that a favor must be repaid. She had previously provoked trouble, but Li Yusong had ignored it and even detoxified the family. She felt truly inadequate. No need for apologies. No friendship without fighting. Let me introduce myself again. Li Yusong. 12 years old, Muzi Li, Luo for Luoshu, Chen for Xingjian, Martial Spirit, Panlong Staff, Level 37th Battle Spirit Master. Li Yusong introduced himself to Douluo and extended a hand. Douluo glanced at him, smiled knowingly, and extended her hand as well, shaking hands. Douluo, 14 years old, Martial Spirit, Jade Phosphorus Snake, Level 28th Battle Spirit Master. The two began to establish a relationship. P.S. The name of the martial soul is tentatively decided like this. In the future, it will be called Panlong Liangai Stick. It's a bit long, so it's better to just call it Panlong Stick. Book friends, please crowdfund to name the next martial soul after it evolves. The initial idea is Kingshan Chaos Pillar. I'm thinking of giving it the title Kingshan. After all, Kingshan Douluo and Douluo III is so handsome, and I want to train the male protagonist to be like him. Chapter 27 Detoxification, 2. Douluo was happy to see Li Yusong and Douluo reconcile. He had already thought of turning Li Yusong into his grandson-in-law. He had to start planning. For the sake of his granddaughter's future, he would be happy even if it was a done deal. He had also observed that Li Yusong was not a bad person. He guessed that saving him was probably to seek protection. This was probably the case. Sooner or later, the second ring would be wooed by various parties in the millennium. He probably knew this a long time ago and was seeking protection. Just as Douluo guessed, Li Yusong was indeed eager to find a strong person to protect him, otherwise he would most likely be assassinated by a powerful force. Not long after, Douluo went to the Sunset Forest to hunt soul beasts and obtain soul bones. Knowing Douluo's purpose, Li Yusong gave Douluo some small suggestions. Senior Douluo, there's a way to increase your chances of obtaining soul bones. It's by brutally slaughtering soul beasts, significantly increasing their resentment. This can increase the chance of a drop, but try to avoid it. Li Yusong was about to say it was against the will of heaven, but he choked back. The cultivation system of the Douluo Continent is based on hunting soul beasts. Cultivation is inherently perverse, designed to suppress the soul beasts. This is the rule of the divine realm. Even if Douluo slaughtered souls, it wouldn't seem to cause any trouble. Some gods in the divine realm might even applaud. Douluo left soon after, this time targeting the 10,000-year soul beasts in Sunset Forest. He remembered a wounded infinite poison python in a swamp. He could try his luck there and see if brutal slaughtering would actually work. Li Yusong wasn't worried about Douluo's safety. The most formidable soul beasts in Sunset Forest were the 10,000-year soul beasts. None could pose a threat to Douluo. But things were different in the Star Dou Great Forest. There were truly powerful soul beasts there, a place where even a level 99 ultimate Douluo could easily get into trouble. Relying on brutal slaughter to obtain soul bones there was unwise. Then came the world of Li Yusong and Douluo, their own. Without a third wheel, they talked more, getting to know each other, sharing their innermost thoughts and experiences. This was Li Yusong's first friend of the opposite sex in Douluo Continent. He hadn't thought much of her before, but as he got to know her better, he realized that Douluo was quite good. He liked her personality and her looks, and Douluo hadn't yet enrolled at the Dou Royal Academy. Hang wasn't even known. Li Yusong was Douluo's first friend, and she valued him deeply. She had been lonely since childhood, which led to her somewhat impulsive personality. It was simply the result of that loneliness. As they talked more and more, their relationship grew closer, and their hands gradually touched. Douluo was known for her boldness in love and hate, and when she liked someone, she was straightforward. Li Yusong, like everyone else, pursues those he likes. He doesn't like those who silently give, often slaving away. He expresses his love openly and openly. Furthermore, Li Yusong is deeply devoted to relationships. His heart can only hold one person. He believes a lifelong companion is enough, nothing more. He's not an emperor who needs a harem, nor an aristocrat who needs concubines. He believes monogamy is perfectly fine. Just now, after developing feelings for Douluo, he took the initiative to hold her hand. Douluo didn't resist, and he knew they were a sympathetic couple. However, Li Yusong and Douluo share one thing in common: their grandfathers are the only family members left. This fuels their bond, a feeling of shared sympathy. Meanwhile, Douluo wanders through Sunset Forest, his first target being a 70,000-year-old infinite poison python. This python is one of the Sunset Forest's dominant spirit beasts, but it was recently severely damaged by the combined forces of the white-eyed demonic tiger king and the demonic-eyed demonic fox. During that battle, Douluo happened to be nearby, hoping to reap the benefits, waiting to see if the three soul beasts would perish together, allowing him to take advantage. Unfortunately, by the time the battle ended, Douluo's poison had taken effect, and he hurried back to the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire to suppress the toxin. This time, Douluo wanted to eliminate the infinite poison python first. If it could drop a soul bone, even better. After all, higher-level soul beasts have a higher chance of dropping soul bones. Combined with Li Yusong's method, it might be possible. Soon, Douluo arrived at a swamp. He released his mental power to search for the infinite poison python's location. Douluo possessed a soul bone, the second most valuable skull, a 50,000-year-old Medusa skull, which came with a skill, Medusa's Gaze. Douluo wasn't particularly strong in combat among the titled Douluo, but his mental power was quite strong, which is why he was able to suppress the poison with his immense willpower. Strong mental power was an indispensable aid. Douluo soon spotted a 28-meter-long, bucket-thick black python coiled in the swamp. Its overall black color was punctuated by several tiger claw marks, with the scars on its head being the most severe. Haha, I found you. 7th Soul Skill, Jade Phosphorus Serpent King's true form. Douluo immediately unleashed his martial soul's true form. Soul beasts over 70,000 years old are generally quite powerful, and even 70,000 years old can become the 9th soul ring of a titled Douluo. Douluo's own 9th soul ring was only 80,000 years old. The infinite poison python sensed the approaching danger and quickly rose to a fighting stance. It took a closer look and saw that it was a massive jade phosphorus serpent king. It knew for sure that this was a powerful human. It had encountered this human before, living in a region of the Sunset Forest, where the poisonous miasma even terrified it. Now, at its weakest moment, this powerful human had arrived. 1st Soul Skill, Green Phosphorus Poison Mist. Douluo unleashed his 1st soul skill. Though it was only a 1st soul skill, the attack unleashed by Douluo in his spirit form was no less powerful than that of a soul sage. The latest novel is now available on the 69th book forum. Douluo used this 1st soul skill primarily to allow the snake venom to penetrate the infinite poison python's body. In its injured state, it could not withstand the green-scaled serpent king's poison, and any contact would result in a slow death. The infinite poison python stared at the green poisonous mist before it, its eyes filled with fear. In its current state, it was unable to resist the poison of a powerful human, and any contact would result in a slow death. The infinite poison python wanted to rush out quickly, using all its strength to allow its own innate poison to coat its body, using its own poison to counteract Douluo's green-scaled serpent king poison. Haha, trying to escape? Not so easy. 8th soul skill, time freeze. Douluo's 8th soul skill, taken from Medusa, the queen of the 50,000-year-old snakes, is the most suitable soul ring for a snake-like martial spirit. However, it consumes a tremendous amount of soul power. However, Douluo narrowed the scope of his attack to target the infinite poisonous python, significantly reducing the soul power consumption. 4th soul skill, corrosive poison. Douluo's 4th soul skill, possessing a highly corrosive poison, combined with his own natural venom, slowly killed the infinite poisonous python. Experiencing the process of death itself was the most crucial method Douluo could devise to brutally kill a soul beast. The infinite poisonous python was pinned down, unable to move, and could only watch as the green venom and purple corrosive poison invaded its body. Pain raged throughout its body, but it could not move, staring at Douluo with a terrifying gaze filled with hatred and resentment. After a quarter of an hour, the infinite poisonous python was corroded to nothing, finally dropping a dark green soul bone. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 28 Detoxification, Part 3. The infinite poison python slowly decayed and died, its resentment so profound that it dropped its soul bone. Douluo gazed at the soul bone, his mouth almost stretched to his ears. It was a 70,000-year-old soul bone, powerful enough to elevate a tidal Douluo below level 95, a treasure for poison-attributed soul masters. Douluo dissolved his spirit form and dissipated his used soul skills. The once lush green swamp returned to its original state. He picked up the dark green soul bone and examined it carefully. I'm lucky. It's actually a right arm bone. Its value is almost as high as my Medusa skull. I'll keep it for now and go hunt some soul beasts later. Douluo stored the soul bone in his storage soul guide and then headed to other parts of the Sunset Forest. He had several targets, including a 50,000-year-old mandrake snake king, a 50,000-year-old crypt demon spider, and a 40,000-year-old black jade mamba. Douluo planned to trouble these spirit beasts first. If they could yield high-quality spirit bones, it would be a bonanza. This initial success gave Douluo a lot of confidence. Li Yusong, the man with the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire, and Douluo were still discussing poisons. Li Yusong had studied medicine since childhood, so he was naturally familiar with poisons. After all, there's a saying that goes, medicine and poison are inseparable. Douluo, while not particularly diligent in her study of poisons, had nonetheless studied them and could answer many questions. What surprised Li Yusong most was Douluo's ability to use mixed poisons. Douluo simply called it fused snake venom, combining multiple toxins with a jade phosphorus serpent king's venom. Isn't that the same as using mixed poison? Perhaps Douluo wasn't familiar with the term, so he called it fused snake venom. After all, how could Douluo, after all his years of tinkering with poisons, not know how to use mixed poisons? However, Douluo was primarily concerned with self-preservation and didn't have the time to delve into poisons. His primary concern was to combat the inherited toxins of his family. Soon, however, Douluo's family would be ready to say goodbye to their inherited illness. Li Yusong had already figured out how to obtain the record of immortal grasses. First, he'd have Douluo and his family install their spirit bones, then force the toxins into their bones to treat them and prevent them from further attacking them. Overall, Li Yusong felt that aside from the beatings he'd endured, he wasn't in serious trouble. Not only had he gained the opportunity to obtain the immortal grasses, he'd also met a wonderful woman. While she was a bit poisonous at the moment, it wasn't a major issue. In the next few days, Li Yusong would seek a place to reach level 38. He had already reached the peak of level 37. The greatest benefit of consuming the two immortal grasses was an invulnerability to all poisons and a significant increase in resistance to water and fire. His spirit had also evolved from a high-level spirit to a top-level spirit. Li Luochen had originally thought his chances of becoming a super Douluo through hard training alone were about 40%, but now he was certain of reaching that level. Even the ultimate Douluo was within his grasp. As for the gods, that was still too far off. He didn't like daydreaming. There were only 4 gods he could find on the continent. Rakshasa god wasn't suitable for him. Jin Ringsu was already the angel god, and he probably didn't qualify for Shura god. As for sea god, Li Luochen wasn't sure he would be chosen. He'd better cultivate to become a titled Douluo first, with a lifespan of hundreds of years. Being a god was a matter of fate. If he could obtain it, that was great. If not, forget it. Li Luochen practiced this Haoshan Wuji Gong. He found that his meridians had become stronger after the ice and fire alchemy body refinement. 6 of the 8 extraordinary meridians had been opened, 2 of which were opened during the ice and fire alchemy body refinement. His cultivation speed had also increased significantly. It used to take him over a year to break through to Soul Sect, but now it seemed like it would only take half a year. He hadn't fully absorbed the medicinal properties of the ice and fire immortal grass yet, but he would probably be able to absorb them once he reached Soul Sect and consume the black jade divine bamboo. 2 days later, Li Luochen successfully broke through to level 38, his soul power overflowing. He felt that his Haoshan Wuji Gong could condense soul power, and his soul power reserves far exceeded those of a soul master of the same level. He felt that his soul power reserves were at least to the level of a soul master. Li Luochen believed that his physical strength had room for improvement. Originally, his body could withstand the soul rings of a soul beast over 10,000 years old, and now he should be able to try to withstand a soul ring of 20,000 years old. As for his mental strength, he was no longer anxious. The yin-yang eyes of ice and fire had the hope of autumn water dew and 4 nourishing spirit flowers, which were more than enough for him to achieve a breakthrough. In fact, Li Luochen's mental strength could already withstand the soul shock of a 10,000-year-old soul beast, but to be on the safe side, he chose to take herbs that enhanced his mental power. Du Yuyan was still young and her soul power was not high enough. The toxins attached to her first and second soul rings were not significant, so she was not affected by the snake venom for the time being. Li Luochen wanted to detoxify Du Gubo first before detoxifying Du Guyan. After all, Du Guyan will carry a 10,000-year soul bone. If Du Gubo is lucky, it could be a top grade one, putting Du Guyan in danger. Du Gubo must first become stronger before he can protect them both. Ever since Du Guyan learned of her family's inherited snake venom, and Li Luochen's ability to help them detoxify her grandfather and grandson, her life has brightened. Li Luochen has become her first friend, and perhaps her most important. Besides practicing, she now studies the cultivation manual Du Gubo left her, which records the Bailan family's cultivation and poison-making knowledge. She wants to become stronger and doesn't want to be left behind by Li Luochen. Li Luochen will also study poison-making alongside Du Guyan. After all, learning a few more tricks might prove useful in a crucial moment. The two grew closer, until they could feel each other's presence. They stared into each other's eyes, their lips moving closer and closer. Just as they were about to kiss, a cough erupted. Ahem! A sudden cough startled the two, causing them to separate immediately. Turning back, they saw that it was Du Gubo, the light bulb, who had returned. The latest novels are published on the 6th book forum. Du Gubo was thinking. This kid, it's only been a few days, and he's already tricked Yannian into his hands? If I had waited a few days, I'm afraid the matter would have been settled. This brat has taken my cabbage so quickly. Du Gubo's face was filled with gloom, staring at Li Luochen and Du Guyan, his scalp tingling. After all, the two had just been too affectionate and had been caught by their parents. However, Du Guyan recovered quickly and immediately ran up to Du Gubo, grabbing his hand and shaking it. Grandpa, you're back. Yannian missed you so much. I think you must have had a great harvest. We've been waiting for so long. Haha, you're really hoping I won't come back, right? Luochen, you're amazing. It's only been a few days and you've already snatched up some of my cabbages, Du Gubo grumbled, his face darkening. Du Guyan's pretty face flushed, and Li Luochen scratched his head in embarrassment. Ahem, let's not talk about that. I did have a good harvest this time. I slaughtered over 20,000-year-old poisonous soul beasts and harvested 3 soul bones. Come and see. Du Gubo waved his hand, and 3 soul bones appeared, 1 for his right arm and 2 for his left arm. Chapter 29 Detoxification, Part 4. Douluo showed off the soul bones he'd harvested over the past few days. Overall, he'd exceeded his expectations. Soul bones drop rates were only 1 in 10,000, and Douluo's 3, after hunting over 20,000-year-old soul beasts, were already incredibly lucky. Senior Douluo, could you please introduce what you've harvested this time? Li Yusong looked at the 3 soul bones before him, their vibrant soul energy amplifications. Unfortunately, they didn't match his attributes, but he was eager to know how old they were. Hey, you're still calling me senior? Just follow Yannian and call me grandpa. You're really quick-tracked. If I'd come back any later, would it have been a done deal? Douluo said calmly, looking at Li Yusong. Hearing the words done deal, Douluo's face flushed again. She'd clearly been unable to help herself, and she'd been caught before they'd even kissed. Well, Junior, I'm overstepping my bounds, Grandpa Douluo. Could you please introduce your harvest this time? Li Yusong shamelessly approached him, and Douluo's expression instantly brightened. Sure enough, he was sure to give his children sweets. This time, I harvested 3 soul bones, the right arm bone of a 70,000-year-old infinite poisonous python, the left arm bone of a 50,000-year-old mandragora snake king, and the left arm bone of a 40,000-year-old black jade mamba. I was very lucky. I specifically seek out powerful poisonous soul beasts in the sunset forest, slowly dissolving their soul bones with my corrosive poison. But this time, I've completely slain all the poisonous soul beasts in the sunset forest, Douluo spoke. Although he had only been away for 2 or 3 days, he couldn't handle each soul beast for long. The strongest infinite poisonous python barely lasted a quarter of an hour, and the rest were reduced to ash in less than a quarter of an hour. Li Yusong's mouth dropped open after listening to Douluo's explanation. These were all top-grade, 10,000-year-old soul bones, and a 70,000-year-old soul bone. This was outrageous. Was Douluo so lucky? So, how do you plan to distribute them, Grandpa? Li Yusong addressed the crucial point. How to distribute them was a problem, since they were all top-grade soul bones. I wanted to give Yannian 2 of the most aged soul bones, but you look like you have other ideas. Douluo, obsessed with his granddaughter, was indeed eager to give Douluo the best, but he hesitated when he saw Li Yusong's look. No, Grandpa, 1 is enough for Yannian. You should be able to advance further by absorbing 2. I'm lucky to have just 1. I wouldn't be able to hold on to more. Douluo was clear-headed at this moment. She knew her own worth. A great soul master possessing 2 soul bones would be unnatural if he wasn't killed to obtain them. Even the title of Poison Douluo Crowned Lord was no match for the Blood River treasure. That's right, Yanzi is right. I don't recommend Yanzi to absorb 2 soul bones. I suggest Yanzi absorb 1 of the 2 left arm bones with a younger age. If a great soul master possesses 2 soul bones, he will surely die. Moreover, 1 soul bone is enough for the toxins in Yanzi's body now. The toxins in your body are more numerous and more powerful. 1 soul bone may not be enough. Using 2 soul bones together is safer and can also bring you, Grandpa, 1 step closer to our next plan. I suggest that you absorb the 70,000-year-old soul bone. When you become stronger, you can continue to look for soul bones. Li Yusong's words also awakened Douluo. The soul bone and the Blood River treasure could easily harm his granddaughter. Only by becoming stronger himself can he protect them. Alright, I'll absorb 2 soul bones. Yannian, you absorb this 40,000-year-old black jade black mamba left arm bone. That black mamba is far more powerful than that mandragora snake king. Its soul bone should be even more powerful than that mandragora snake king, and Grandpa thinks it can deliver a powerful attack. Douluo recalled the black mamba's powerful crescent-shaped, poisonous slash. Okay, Grandpa, Douluo didn't refuse this time. She knew soul bones could save her life. She took the black left arm bone and began to absorb it. Douluo sat cross-legged and absorbed 2 soul bones, a 70,000-year-old infinite poison python right arm bone and a 50,000-year-old mandragora snake king left arm bone. Perhaps this would allow him to reach even greater heights. Soul bones over 50,000 years old are highly coveted even by titled Douluos. Soul bones over 50,000 years old can provide a titled Douluo with immense benefits, not only adding a soul skill but also significantly improving their physical fitness. Douluo, already at peak level 91, had been stuck there for several years. This time, leveraging the soul power contained in his spirit bone, he broke through to level 92, reaching the late 92nd stage and within reach of level 93. Du Yan, absorbing the spirit bone, was imbued with immense energy, instantly boosting her spirit power from level 28 to level 30. Obtaining her third spirit ring would reveal just how much this had improved. After the grandfather and grandson had absorbed the spirit bone, Douluo planned to capture the spirit beast Du Yan needed for her third spirit ring. Originally, a spirit beast over 1,000 years old would suffice. Li Yusong instructed Douluo to capture a 2,000-year-old spirit beast. Spirit bones can significantly enhance a spirit master's physical fitness. Du Yan, having absorbed a 40,000-year-old spirit bone, should be able to absorb spirit rings beyond her limit. After listening to Li Yusong's explanation, Douluo went out and captured a purple venomous snake, exactly 2,000 years old. Du Yan's spirit power reached peak level 32 after absorbing it. The Black Mamba spirit bone boosted her spirit power by 2.5 levels. Du Yan successfully achieved Soul Master status. Now it was time to busily refine pills while Li Yusong performed bloodletting. The latest novel is now available on the 69th book forum. Du Yan and Douluo both forced their own snake venom into their soul bones. Du Yan only needed 3 days to do so, while Douluo needed half a month. After the poison was removed, Du Yan's eyes remained emerald green, but their color had faded considerably. Li Yusong felt Du Yan's pulse and, when his soul power penetrated her body, found that most of the toxin was gone, though some residual poison remained. Furthermore, due to the long-term exposure to the toxins, her body sustained some hidden injuries that needed to be slowly healed. It's worth noting that Du Yan's third soul skill remains the Jade Scale Purple Poison, but it's significantly more powerful. The soul skill on her left arm bone is Black Mamba Poison Slash, unleashing a black, venomous slash. This slash is extremely corrosive. And because Du Yan forces her own Jade Scale Snake venom into her soul bone, it creates an even more potent venom. The originally black, venomous slash turns dark green, a blend of the corrosive Black Mamba and Jade Scale Snake venoms. Douluo's soul bone skills are even more powerful. The skill granted by the right arm bone of the 70,000-year-old infinite poison python is an amplification skill, increasing all poison properties by 200%. Douluo's poison is now a threat to tidal Douluo of the same level. Furthermore, once he forces the poison into his right arm bone, the Jade Scale Serpent King poison he unleashes will be even more terrifying. The skill on the left arm bone of the 50,000-year-old Mandragora Snake King is relatively ordinary, creating multiple snake shadows that entangle the opponent and unleash a deadly poison, a control-oriented soul skill. As long as he is controlled by the soul skill of the left arm bone and then contaminated by Douluo's snake venom, even a level 95 Super Douluo would be seriously injured. Chapter 30 The Second Step of Detoxification. Thanks to the tips from the protagonist's development method and the monthly tickets and recommendations from many fellow readers, half a month later, Douluo completed the massive task of forcing the poison into his soul bone. His soul power, already at the late 92nd level, had reached peak 92nd due to the detoxification process. He could reach 93rd level in a matter of days or months. Douluo's once lush green hair had returned to gray, and his face was less wrinkled. His face, once in its 70s, suddenly looked 20 years younger. Ho-ha, thank you so much, Li Yusong. You saved my life, grandfather and grandson. From now on, I'll be your backer. You don't have to worry about anyone harming you, Douluo said cheerfully. Not only had his hidden danger been eliminated, but his soul power had also increased. His granddaughter wouldn't have any more problems. How could he not be happy? No, Grandpa, it's not over yet. This is a temporary solution, not a permanent cure. It only prolongs the poison's effects. Even if you die of old age, your descendants won't share your good fortune. Li Yusong interrupted Douluo. What do you mean, kid? Douluo looked puzzled. He'd assumed the poison wouldn't resurface. 2 soul bones were more than enough to contain it, so why wasn't it working? Du Yan also looked at Li Yusong, trusting his words. The inherited toxin in your family is actually a flaw in the Jade Phosphorus Snake's own spirit. If we completely transform the Jade Phosphorus Snake, more accurately, evolve its spirit, we should be able to completely cure the underlying problem. Li Yusong shared his thoughts. To cure it completely, we need to use the immortal herbs here, but we don't know them. I only know a few, but I don't know how to use them. So, Grandpa Douluo needs to find the immortal herb record, is that so? Douluo replied, pondering for a moment. I can indeed sense the power of the herbs here. I once ate one, and it nearly killed me. Luochen, where can I find something like the immortal herb record? Grandpa Douluo, Yanzi, follow me. Li Luochen led Douluo and Douluo Yan to a strange herb. This is a large light pink flower with no leaves and a 3-foot-long stem. The flower is extremely large, with a diameter of more than a foot. Each petal looks as crystal clear as crystal, and the stamens are light purple, like purple diamonds inlaid there. This is the immortal product Yaoxiang Kilo, the nemesis of all poisons. It has the effect of neutralizing all toxins. It cannot detoxify itself, but it can overcome them. Most importantly, its pollen can catalyze drugs, making it extremely useful to alchemy families and more valuable than life itself. This time, Grandpa, take this flower with you to the Xingluo Empire to seek out the Pui clan. Trade this large flower with them for the immortal herb record and their alchemy heritage. The details will depend on Grandpa's performance. They don't have a title Douluo, and their clan leader Yang Wudi is probably only close to a soul Douluo. The bottom line is that everything except their most secret secrets can be exchanged. I believe that with the immortal product Yaoxiang Kilo and a title Douluo like you in the presence, their clan leader should know how to make choices. Li Luochen's suggestion made Douluo ecstatic. As expected, this kid knew how to obtain the immortal herb record. Next, it's a matter of sticks and sweet dates. I'm familiar with this. Alright. I'll take you out of here and back to my mansion in Xiandao City. Just wait for my news. Douluo, Li Luochen, and Douluo Yan left the yin-yang eyes. They had been there for nearly a month, and the sight of the many immortal herbs tantalized him. Better to leave soon, out of sight, out of mind. Not long after, the three of them arrived at the Douluo mansion, Douluo's residence in Xiandao City. Yan, you and Luochen stay home. Grandpa, I'm going to the Xingluo Empire. Douluo bid farewell to his granddaughter and headed for the Xingluo Empire. After all, the round trip would take at least a month, and with Douluo's speed, he should be able to reach the empire quickly, though the exact time frame was unknown. Only 3 people remained in Douluo's mansion, Douluo Yan, Li Luochen, and the Douluo mansion steward, Butler Wang. Butler Wang was a childhood friend of Douluo's son, Douluo Xin. Most importantly, Douluo Xin had saved his life, so he came to the Douluo mansion to serve as the housekeeper. Despite being just a steward, he possesses considerable strength. He possesses Soul Emperor level power, boasts an optimal spirit ring configuration, and is definitely under 40. What he normally reveals is only the tip of the iceberg. Yanzi, I'm going to visit my dean. I haven't seen him for a month, and he's probably worried about me, Li Luochen said to Douluo Yan. After all, Flanders and the Shrek teachers are Li Luochen's only family members in this world, besides Grandpa Li Yusong, and now there might be 2 more. He envisioned strengthening Shrek Academy after Douluo retrieves the record of immortal herbs. Grandpa and Uncle Lu Kibin are old and likely unwilling to consume immortal herbs, so he should gather more longevity-enhancing and meridian-clearing herbs. Flanders, Zhao Wuji, and Xiaozin are relatively young in the world of spirit masters at Shrek Academy. After all, they're all under 50 and have reached soul sage cultivation. Xiaozin is slightly behind, but he's a food type and the youngest. Moreover, Flanders was already level 78, on the verge of becoming a soul Douluo. He needed to find a suitable herb to help him break through quickly. Li Luochen set out on his journey back to Blue Douluo Academy, accompanied by Douluo Yan, who insisted on accompanying him. A month after leaving Blue Douluo Academy, Li Luochen returned. It was quite a fantasy. He had simply gone out to be a distraction, yet he met the beauty of his time. While the journey was tortuous, the outcome was a happy one. At least his strength had greatly increased, and he now had a title Douluo to protect him. The Academy security guard knew Li Luochen and knew of his heroic feat, beating up the granddaughter of Poison Douluo. He was well known within the Academy, and he quickly let him in. Entering Blue Douluo Academy, Li Luochen led Douluo Yan to the cabin where Liu Erlong was staying. I wonder how the Dean and Master Erlong are doing. Have they made any progress? Wait, why do I always feel like the eunuchs are anxious when the Emperor isn't? The latest novels are published on the 6th book bar. Li Luochen rested his chin on his left hand, pondering. Could he really be drugging? Would that be too unethical? But there was something refreshing about making Yu Xiaogang's hair turn green. Chen, why are you grinning like that? Are you thinking of something happy? Douluo Yan, observing Li Luochen's grin, nearly reaching his ears, interrogated him. Ahem. It's nothing serious. Come on, Yanzi, accompany me to see my dean. Li Luochen quickly controlled his expression and took Dugu Yan's hand, walking towards the cabin. When they reached the cabin, Dean, Uncle Erlong, I'm back, Li Luochen shouted from outside. He didn't dare go in directly, fearing he'd interrupt their happy occasion. About 2 minutes later, Flanders emerged, beaming at Li Luochen. I was sleeping, and getting dressed took time. Xiachen, you're back? Let the dean take a good look and see if you're eating well. Hey, unsolicited attention is either a traitor or a thief? Why does this feel so off? It feels like the dean's buttons are all wrong. And why does he smell so fragrant? Li Luochen stared at Flanders, feeling something was off. Chapter 31 Du Bo's Journey to the Stars. Li Luochen looked at Flander, who seemed a bit puzzled. Soon, Liu Erlong also emerged. Li Luochen looked closely. His clothes seemed neat, but why was his face so red? A flush? No way, so soon? My dean is so impressive. Ahem, everything's delicious this month. Dean, let me introduce you. This is my girlfriend, Dugu Yan, Li Luochen said, pulling Dugu Yan over. Flander and Liu Erlong looked at Li Luochen with strange expressions. Didn't we have a fight with this girl earlier? How did we make up again? And even further? They don't understand the world of young people. Ahem, Miss Dugu, I'm Li Luochen's dean, Flander. We're from Shrek Academy. Although this girl is quite sensible, she can be careless and sloppy at times. Please bear with her. Flander introduced himself in a very official tone. Hello, Dean Flander. Could I join Shrek Academy? I'd like to go to school with Chen, Dugu Yan said with a slight bow. Of course I can, but our academy is in Soto City in the Barak Kingdom. I'm here in Xiandao City to accompany Xiachen for training. I'm not sure if you'll be comfortable with that. Flander hadn't expected Dugu Yan to say that. He'd certainly hoped that Poison Douluo's granddaughter would join him, so he could claim the title of Tiger King. No problem, we'll talk about it after my grandfather returns, Dugu Yan said with delight. After a casual chat, Li Luochen and Flander discussed some matters, including the possibility of staying in Xiandao City for the next 6 months. Li Luochen noticed the joy in Flander's eyes, and thought to himself, as expected. Soon, Li Luochen left with Dugu Yan, saying they were going to explore Xiandao City. Before leaving, he gave Flander a look that said, "You're awesome." After they walked away, Dugu Yan said to Li Luochen, "Chen, are this Dean and Sister Erlong in a relationship? He smells like Sister Erlong all over him." "Maybe, let's just pretend we don't know," Li Luochen said with a smile. As expected, girls are more sensitive to this. Amazing. My Dean won her over so quickly? Time flashed back to a few minutes before Li Luochen arrived. Boss Fu, go slower, oh, a little more gently. Liu Erlong's face flushed with shyness. Flanders remained silent, his eyes filled with tenderness as he looked at her. Half a month ago, when they were both drunk, they had consensually and half-heartedly gotten married. When they woke up the next day, they both opened up about their innermost thoughts. The awkwardness that had once been there vanished, and they were as close as a married couple. Everything has its own chance and its own limitless potential. Both of them were older, too young for the scorching heat of youth. "Dean, Uncle Erlong, I'm back," a loud shout startled the two, still in high spirits. They quickly dressed, Flanders going out to greet the guests while Liu Erlong cleaned up the mess. A short while later, after seeing off Li Luochen and Dugu Yan, the two finally breathed a sigh of relief. "Sister Erlong, let's continue," Flanders said, wrapping his arm around Liu Erlong's waist. "What if Xiachen comes back?" Liu Erlong, still worried about being disturbed again, was silenced. The two continued their private world, and the bedrocked, southwest of the Heavendao Empire, Fazno Province. Nodding City. Uzaya Gang strolled the hills behind the academy, enjoying the quiet, accompanying Tang San as they chatted. A moment later, Xiao Wu placed a headband woven from green leaves and branches on Uzaya Gang's head. "Master, don't be so gloomy all the time. Smile more. Do you think Xiao Wu's headband is pretty?" Uzaya Gang forced a forced smile from his stiff face as he looked at the lively Xiao Wu and the calm and wise Tang San. Tang San knew of their relationship, they were childhood sweethearts, and he was happy to see it. Although Xiao Wu's soft-bone rabbit spirit wasn't of the highest quality, it was superior to Xiao Wu's powerful spirit skills, making her a genius. He didn't mind the close relationship. "Haha, Xiao San, do you think this looks good on you, teacher? At your age, Yu Zhigang looked at Tang San. This was truly a rare moment of leisure. Quite pretty, teacher, Tang San replied without hesitation. Yu Zhigang was also immersed in his disciple's admiration. The green headband was indeed beautiful. The latest novel is released on the 69th book bar. Elsewhere, Douluo left alone for the Xingluo Empire. He wasn't very familiar with the Xingluo Empire, which valued strength and martial arts. The Xingluo Empire had always been stronger than the Xiandao Empire. The Xingluo Empire cultivated its emperors through the method of cultivating insects. Each emperor was a titled Douluo, while the retired emperor entered the hall of worship. As the foundation of the nation, the White Tiger sect, affiliated with it, was a property of the Xingluo imperial family. The Su family of the Xingguan sect had long maintained a close relationship with the Dai family. The hereditary Grand Duke Zhu family married into the Dai family, and the spirit fusion technique, the Nether White Tiger, was one of the Xingluo Empire's trump cards. Power in the Xiandao Empire, on the other hand, was decentralized. While the current Emperor Zhu had considerable cultivation and the strength of a Soul Douluo, his offspring were less impressive. His two outstanding princes had died under mysterious circumstances. Crown Prince Zhu King was a capable ruler, but his cultivation wasn't high. Fourth Prince Zhu Bang, a persistent dandy, had always feigned servility. The Xiandao Empire was in disarray, with even the emergence of the Bara Kingdom, a nation within a nation that feigned obedience to the empire but was secretly disloyal. This time, Douluo was heading for Xinglong City, a key city in the Xingluo Empire, home to the Poyi clan. This time, Douluo's target was the Poyi clan. Xinglong City lay in the southwest of the Xingluo Empire, and the journey from Xiandao City took at least half a month. Even at the speed of a tidal Douluo, it would take many days. However, Douluo wasn't rushing at this point. To be more precise, he had already traveled nearly halfway. He was feeling a surge in his spirit power. Already at the peak of level 92, he knew the upgrade was imminent. With the initial feeling of a breakthrough, Douluo sought a place to achieve it. His place, quiet and deserted, was the perfect place for a breakthrough. 3 days later, a powerful spirit energy emanated. Douluo opened his eyes and smiled. Luo Chen is truly my lucky star. He's not only solved the hidden danger of the jade-scaled snake venom. I've been stuck at the peak of level 91 for over 3 years, and just this month I've broken through 2 levels. It seems my luck has finally changed. It's time to head for the Xingluo Empire. Douluo continued his advance towards the Xingluo Empire, soon crossing the border between Xiandao and Xingluo. Although there were numerous garrisons, Douluo, a level 93 titled Douluo, was able to conceal his presence without anyone in the army. He then entered Xingluo Empire territory and headed for Xinglong City, a major city in the southwest. Chapter 32, Destroying the Clan. Finally, we're here. After 15 days of travel, we're finally here. Next, we need to find the Poyi clan. Douluo pulled someone over in Star Dragon City to find out the Poyi clan's stronghold. Outside the Poyi clan's gate, damn Haoshan sect, damn Spirit Hall, it's all their fault. Our Poyi clan has suffered heavy losses. My wife died during the migration, a guard at the gate cursed. Even the guard next to him didn't offer any rebuttal, his face brimming with hatred. Who said it wasn't true? The Haoshan sect, with their contemptuous eyes, never looked us in the eye from the beginning. The core disciples are all looking down on us. It's a pity for the clan leader, his wife and children are dead, and Elder Washuang is missing. Even now, the Spirit Hall is closing in on us. Thankfully, our clan's alchemy skills are high, and we earn money quickly. It's a pity for the Min clan, they're living in poverty. The 2 guards kept talking, lamenting the lives of the Min clan, one of the 4 single-attribute clans. Douluo had been listening for a while. I didn't expect the Haoshan sect to be so cowardly, abandoning even its affiliated clans, yet still claiming to be the world's foremost sect. I'm utterly disdainful. If it weren't for the emergence of Tang Chen, and then Tang Hao would have achieved considerable fame, having directly defeated Pope Kyank Sunji, but he seems to have been expelled from the sect. A formidable war soul hammer, and the mighty Haoshan sect? Just cowards. Douluo wasn't particularly wary of the Haoshan sect. He was a lone ranger, a titled Douluo, and no one dared to provoke him. He had no interest in interfering in the Haoshan sect's shady dealings. As for Tang Chen, he respected him greatly. After all, he was the man who had led the Haoshan sect to the top of the world, a level 99 ultimate Douluo. As for Haoshan Douluo Tang Hao, he considered him a lunatic, a madman who dared to fight and kill even the Pope. Douluo arrived at the gates of the Pui clan in a flash. "Who is it?" the two guards shouted, releasing their spirits. 4 spirit rings emerged, revealing a pitch black, 2-foot-long spear gleaming with a cold luster. The shaft was 8 feet long, with a broad tip 4 feet long, and the shaft as thick as a normal man's arm. The soul-breaking spear, a purely offensive weapon spirit, was incredibly powerful, ranking among the top 5 offensive weapon spirits on the continent. Unfortunately, the clan currently lacked a title Douluo. He, Douluo sneered, unleashing his title Douluo aura. He addressed the guards. "I, Douluo, have a matter with your clan leader." The title Douluo's aura instantly overwhelmed the 2 soul sect guards, causing them to sweat profusely. Soon, a powerful aura emerged from within the Pui clan. A flash of cold light pierced Douluo's heart. It was none other than Yang Wudi. Yang Wudi had been preparing to refine his elixir when he sensed a powerful presence at the door. Thinking someone from the spirit hall was causing trouble again, he immediately activated his spirit form and rushed to meet the enemy. How? 5th soul skill, Snake Python Heavenly Shield. Douluo unleashed his 5th soul skill defensively. At this point, Yang Wudi was still only a soul sage. After all, he had only officially debuted at Soul Douluo level 82, 14 years ago, and his current soul power was only level 78. How could he be a match for Douluo, who possessed level 93 soul power? Douluo's left arm flashed, and the 50,000-year-old Mandragora Snake King's left arm bone activated, binding the Snake King. Several green snake shadows shot out from his left arm, directly entangling Yang Wudi. Simultaneously, Douluo released his own soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 5 black, the standard 9 soul rings of a title Douluo, instantly subduing Yang Wudi. Clan leader Yang, is this how the Pui clan treats guests? Abandoned by the Clear Sky sect and suppressed by the Spirit Hall, do you still dare to provoke me? Douluo's sharp words sent Yang Wudi into cold sweat. He was stubborn and headstrong, but not foolish. To offend a title Douluo would lead to the extermination of his clan. He also recognized this title Douluo, a figure no major clan would dare provoke. Poison Douluo. "I'm sorry, Your Majesty Douluo. I failed. The Spirit Hall has been overly aggressive lately. Soul sages are constantly harassing our clan. I've already injured several. I'm truly sorry, Your Majesty." Yang Wudi bowed his head. He was naturally arrogant, but as the head of his clan, he had to bow his head. Poison Douluo was fully capable of destroying the Pui clan. Douluo didn't want to hear his complaints, he simply wanted to achieve his goal. With a wave of his left arm, the snake shadow restraining Yang Wudi vanished, and he addressed Yang Wudi. "I'm not here to listen to your complaints, I have something to discuss with you." Yang Wudi didn't know what Douluo had come for, but he could only invite him into the meeting room. Douluo sat down in the Pui clan's meeting room. Yang Wudi ordered tea to be served. Douluo took a few sips and glanced at the Pui clan members. They exuded a strong medicinal aroma. As a master of poisons, Douluo also had his own experience with medicine, and the more he observed the Pui clan's heritage, the more intrigued he became. Clan leader Yang, the matter I wish to discuss is extremely important. Please dismiss everyone. I will only discuss this with you, Douluo said calmly. Yang Wudi was helpless. This was a great Buddha. What could he do? He waved his hand and dismissed the members. The latest novel is first published on the 69th book bar. Your Majesty, everyone has left. What do you want? Haha, I want the immortal herb record and prescriptions of your Pui clan. Douluo directly stated his purpose, his green eyes fixed on Yang Wudi. Impossible. This is a clan secret. Even if you are a title Douluo, even if you destroy our clan, we will not hand it over. We, the Pui clan, are cowards who only die standing, not living on our knees. Yang Wudi stood up and shouted. He felt that Douluo was here to make fun of him. How could the secrets of the sect be handed over casually? Haha, I haven't finished yet. This time, I'm making a deal with Patriarch Yang. Even if I use my power to oppress your clan, what if the prescription you gave me has been tampered with? I don't want to go to such trouble. Patriarch Yang, please take a look and see if this item meets our bargaining chip. A large, pale pink flower appeared in Douluo's left hand. It was leafless, with a stem 3 feet long. The flower was enormous, a foot in diameter. Each petal looked as clear as crystal, and the stamens were lavender, like purple diamonds set in a single spot. A fragrant and beautiful immortal product. It really is a fragrant and beautiful immortal product. Haha. Your Majesty, I'm sorry for the rudeness. I'm really so happy. I have been looking for this Yaoxiang Kilo fairy product for my entire life. It has been of great help to our clan. Yang Wudi recovered a little, but his excitement did not diminish at all. He was even eager to try it. Chapter 33. What do you mean, exchange or not? Douluo continued indifferently, without a trace of emotion. Exchange, definitely exchange. It's not just the immortal herb record and the prescriptions, but also the forbidden poisons of my Poi clan. Everything we have can be exchanged with you. It's definitely not enough for you. I'll kowtow once, and if one isn't enough, I'll kowtow several more. Yang Wudi looked as if he'd kneel down and kowtow if he couldn't get enough. Hell, I'm not interested in your head. Go and clean it up. Once you're done, I'll take it away. This flower is yours. Douluo didn't want to say anything more to Yang Wudi. He felt like he had a disease that would be contagious if he stayed too long. With a flick of his hand, he tossed a fragrant Kilo immortal product to Yang Wudi. Yang Wudi carefully caught it, sniffed the fragrance, and his whole body trembled, tears streaming down his face. Douluo was speechless. He shouted, "Hurry up and prepare something for me. You'll have plenty of time to spend with it after I'm gone." Oh, yes, I'll get it ready now. Your Majesty, please wait a moment. I'll find it right away. Yang Wudi rushed out and headed straight for the pharmacy, organizing the family's secret poisons, the immortal herbal remedies, and the prescription rubbings into a storage soul guide ring. After about an hour, Yang Wudi handed the collection to Douluo, trusting this clueless fellow wouldn't lie, left without a backward glance. Your Majesty, goodbye, Senior. Yang Wudi said goodbye directly to Douluo's back. Honestly, he wanted to kowtow to Douluo, saying he was truly his destined benefactor. Ho-ha, with the Yaoxiang Kilo immortal item, what poison am I afraid to refine? I need to quickly refine an elixir to alleviate the hidden dangers in my body from years of refining. I'm striving to reach Soul Douluo within 3 years. With the Yaoxiang Kilo immortal item, the rare treasures I acquired a while ago will be put to good use. Once I reach Soul Douluo, I'll see how the spirit wall can bully us. Yang Wudi went straight into the alchemy room and began a long period of refining. Elsewhere, Douluo found a place to stay and browsed through the record of immortal herbs. Acacia heartbroken red, fragrant Kilo immortal product, 8 anise mysterious ice grass, fiery apricot, wonderful mushroom tongshan chrysanthemum, narcissus jade muscle and bone, earth dragon golden gourd, mixed origin immortal grass, 8-petal immortal orchid, coxcomb phoenix sunflower, Kilo tulip, black jade magic bamboo, 9th grade purple ganoderma. So many immortal herbs, all these uses. This old man really is a treasure trove without knowing it. The earth dragon golden gourd is very suitable for Yanayan and me. Luo Chen seemed to have said that there are 2 mature earth dragon golden gourds. God bless me, Douluo. I lost my parents in my youth, my wife in my middle age, and my son in my old age. Is it worth it to have a change of luck now? Ha. Thanks to that kid. Thank you very much, Li Luchen. I will be your grandfather in the future. Anyone who wants to bully you must get past me first. Douluo vowed to protect Li Luchen. Not only would he help his family detoxify, but he would also strengthen himself and his granddaughter. Most importantly, he would become his granddaughter's son-in-law, so he absolutely had to protect him. Douluo then began to search through prescriptions, specifically looking for ones to heal hidden injuries. He and Douguyan had been poisoned for too long and needed to repair their own. Douluo kept flipping through the books, marveling at the talent of the Poi clan. Despite their leader's shortcomings, such a useful clan had been abandoned by the Haotianzong. Douluo sneered at the thought. Could it be that the spirit hall was suppressing the clan and closing it down? Short-sighted and self-important, this was Douluo's assessment of the Haotianzong. Douluo reviewed everything he had collected from the Poi clan, and with a memory of a title Douluo, he quickly memorized it all. So poison can be used like this? So it's called mixed poison. My old poisons were too crude. Colorful? Haha, I wonder if I can even make a multi-mixed poison like this. If I can, I'll no longer be the weakest title Douluo. After reviewing all the gains from the Poi clan, Douluo set out for Xiandao City. This time, he had gained a lot. He wanted to immediately return to the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire to improve himself, his granddaughter, and his grandson-in-law. As he walked, Douluo began his return journey. After many days, nearly a month, Douluo returned to Xiandao City. He immediately returned to his own residence. Upon entering, he saw Douguyan and Li Luochen reading a book, more precisely, Douluo's knowledge of poison making. Douguyan had originally disliked learning about this subject, but Li Luochen was drawn to it. Believing in learning more skills and opening up new avenues, Li Luochen constantly flipped through Douluo's poison-making notes, leaving Douguyan unable to accompany him. Ahem, Douluo coughed lightly, proving his presence. The latest novels are released on the 69th book bar. Ah! Grandpa's back. Douguyan rushed over and hugged Douluo. She hadn't seen him for nearly a month, and she missed him terribly. Grandpa Douluo, welcome back. You look like you've gained a lot. Li Luochen closed the book and smiled at Douluo. Douluo was indeed in a good mood. After not seeing him for a while, his originally gray hair had turned black, proving that the residual poison in his body could no longer affect his vitality. Ha ha ha, this time I have indeed reaped a lot of rewards. Luochen, you pointed out the place to me. The pharmaceutical level of the Puyi clan is indeed unique. Even I am not as good as them. I have also obtained the immortal grass record, and even their unique core poison was given to me. It's just that their clan leader may not be very smart. Seeing the Yaoxiang Kilo immortal product is like seeing his own grandfather. I can't understand him. Douluo briefly talked about the gains from this trip to the Xingluo Empire. He had a new understanding in poison refining. He originally made a living by playing with poisons and was given the title of poison. Poison was his key method. Now the multiple mixed poisons of the Puyi clan made his attack methods more powerful. Jihuagwan, danger, then Grandpa Douluo, let's go to the yin-yang eye of ice and fire first, and bring the wooden barrel with you. You and Yanzi have more or less residual poisons and hidden injuries in your bodies due to the toxins entering your bones. Let's deal with these first and then take the immortal grass. Li Luochen explained the next steps, and Douluo also understood that the final stage of detoxification would involve evolving the spirit. By effectively utilizing the immortal herbs to evolve the spirit, Douluo would finally eliminate the green phosphorus snake spirit. Douluo instructed Butler Wang to look after the mansion. Wang, I understand, I'm the only one looking after the house, and then Douluo, along with Li Luochen and Douguyan, headed once again for the yin-yang eye. Over a month had passed since their last visit, and Li Luochen was still thrilled to return. This time, he was truly well prepared. With the immortal herb record in hand, he could greatly strengthen himself. Chapter 34 The Choice of Immortal Grass. Li Luochen flipped through the herbal remedies and wandered through the piles of yin-yang herbs, constantly searching for herbs suitable for his grandfather and teacher. As for Oscar and Ma Hongjian, they remained the same, with the 8-petal fairy orchid and coxcomb phoenix sunflower, the foundations of their godhood. Douluo and Douguyan, grandfather and grandson, were incredibly lucky. 2 earth dragon golden gourds had just ripened. So why didn't Tang San give them one? Did he just not know them, or didn't want to? Honestly, Tang San was truly greedy. He took all the herbs for the yin-yang eye. Li Luochen saw at least a dozen different kinds of herbs, with even more inferior ones. He actually took them all, which made Li Luochen laugh. For Li Luochen, it was enough for himself and his friends. There was no need to pluck them all. Now that he had absorbed the ice and fire herbs, there were only 3 herbs left that suited him. The neutral immortal herb Kirantong Xianju improves physical fitness, the black jade divine bamboo enhances the tenacity of the attacking spirit, and the Wangchuan Pieshudu enhances mental strength. But is it really safe for one person to take so much? A quick look in the immortal herb records doesn't seem to mention any conflicts between these ingredients. Douluo is preparing a medicinal bath for his granddaughter to eliminate hidden injuries and residual poisons. Thanks to the gift from the Pui clan, Douluo has made excellent use of his yin-yang eyes of ice and fire, infusing them with all sorts of top-grade herbs. He must give his granddaughter the best. Li Luochen examined it for a moment, noting that this tub of medicinal bath is truly a treasure of the heavens. A soak in it can eliminate impurities, eliminate hidden injuries, dredge the meridians, boost spirit power, and even enhance beauty. As expected of a granddaughter-obsessed person, he's truly willing to spend lavishly. This tub of medicinal bath contains at least 30 herbs, 2 of which are lower-grade immortal herbs. After Douluo finished adjusting the elixir, he took out a simple furnace. He intended to refine a medicinal elixir, one based on the 9th grade purple fungus, supplemented with various herbs. Its primary purpose was to strengthen the body's vitality, boost ki, and enhance power. After taking the elixir, he immediately immersed himself in a medicinal bath. Both internally and externally, the elixir would rapidly heal hidden injuries and residual toxins. It would also strengthen the spirit master's foundation, deepening his inner strength. In about 2 hours, Douluo had refined 4 elixirs. Li Luochen shamelessly begged for 2, giving them to his grandfather and Lu Qibin's grandfather. After all, they were older, and this type of elixir was perfect for strengthening their vitality. Originally, the only immortal item Li Luochen had searched for his grandfather was the 9th grade purple fungus, but Lu Qibin had been so kind to him that he couldn't favor one over the other. This left him with 2 extra elixirs for his grandfather and Lu Qibin. As for the other elders, they'd already been chosen, all top grade, 2nd grade immortal herbs. Flanders's was the wind-singing eagle's beak flower, a magical herb suitable for hawks and also enhancing wind attributes. Zhao Wuji's was the mighty diamond fruit, a pure brown fruit that, upon consumption, boosts one's spirit power while also significantly increasing strength and defense. It was custom-made for old Zhao. As for Liu Erlong, Li Luochen felt the dean had her figured out. If she were still infatuated with Yu Zhigang, he wouldn't have prepared anything for her, but now it seemed things were unclear between him and the dean. She was considered his mistress, and Liu Erlong wouldn't change her mind. Flanders would definitely take responsibility, unlike someone who evaded responsibility. He prepared a 9th grade fire dragon Ganoderma, the best dragon-attributed immortal herb in the yin-yang of ice and fire, besides the earth dragon golden gourd. Liu Erlong already possessed a benignly mutated fire dragon martial spirit. However, her fire tended towards the cold and yin. This 9th grade fire dragon Ganoderma would not only enhance her spirit power but also the power of her flames. Teacher Xiaozin, Shrek Academy's youngest teacher, was having a difficult time finding the 8-petaled immortal orchid for him. After all, there was only one, and Oscar would be the perfect gift. Xiaozin would be past his prime as a spirit master in a few years. As a spirit master, Xiaozin's spirit power was delicate, so the herb he needed was preferably milder in nature for easier absorption. After much deliberation, Li Luochen decided to give Xiaozin the 9th rank King Ginseng. It was the mildest herb he could find. After all, Tang San had used this 10,000-year-old King Ginseng to grant spirit power to Jixiang, who lacked spirit power. Li Luochen intended to give this to Xiaozin, considering that Xiaozin, the god of wealth, had earned Shrek Academy considerable wealth, and he deserved a reward. These were the immortal herbs Li Luochen had prepared for his family and friends. As for Douluo and Douguyan, they knew each other and could consume them once their hidden injuries had healed. Half a day later, Douluo and Douguyan, one after the other, had completed their healing. Douguyan's skin became incredibly smooth, her complexion truly white, her features beautiful features, and her long legs. Li Luochen was truly tempted and longed to get intimate with her, but Douluo was there, so he had to hold back. After Douluo's hidden injuries were healed, his facial wrinkles vanished, and his dark hair made him look like a man in his 40s. Ha ha ha, I've never felt so refreshed. The toxins in my body are finally gone. I feel a lot younger, ha 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 ha. Douluo felt his own lightness, his entire body feeling lifted. Wow, Grandpa, you've really gotten younger. I wasn't so handsome when you were young. It seems my natural beauty is genetic. Douguyan grasped Douluo's hand and shook it, her head tilted 45 degrees, like a proud little bird, truly adorable. Come, Yanayan, let's go with Grandpa to look for a magical herb that's suitable for you. Dylan Jingle was the first one we used, grandfather and grandson. Look at this magical herb, it's called Narcissus Jade Muscle and Bone. The latest novel is first published on the Liujiu 9 book bar. Douluo pointed to a white, brilliant flower to Douguyan. It looked as pure as a blue lotus and a white couple. It nourishes the tendons and bones, and circulates qi through the 8 extraordinary meridians. It's also good for the skin. Luo Chen wants to absorb the wonderful mushroom and sky chrysanthemum. This Narcissus Jade Muscle and Bone has similar properties to the wonderful mushroom and sky chrysanthemum, making it a perfect pairing. However, Yanayan, you must first absorb the Earth Dragon Golden Gourd to complete your spirit evolution, and then wait 6 months before absorbing the Narcissus Jade Muscle and Bone. Luo Chen, do the same, absorb the Black Jade Divine Bamboo first, and then wait 6 months before absorbing the wonderful mushroom and sky chrysanthemum. Douluo pointed to several immortal herbs and explained to his granddaughter and grandson-in-law. The Polya clan's immortal herb records are more extensive, covering conflicts between immortal herbs and the time it takes to consume them again. After introducing them, Douluo picked 2 Earth Dragon Golden Gourds and Black Jade Divine Bamboo and handed them to Douyan and Li Yusong. Yanayan, just eat the flesh of this Earth Dragon pumpkin like any other melon. Sit cross-legged on the spot to digest it. Yusong, take the Black Jade Divine Bamboo in your hand and absorb it. Release your martial spirit with your right hand, allowing the medicinal properties to be absorbed into your body and spirit. Douluo finished his words and sat cross-legged on the spot, splitting the Earth Dragon pumpkin and eating the flesh. Douyan followed her grandfather's example and, after taking a bite, felt a surge of rich energy entering her body. She immediately quickened her eating pace, not caring about her unsightly manners. Li Yusong sat cross-legged on the spot, absorbing the Black Jade Divine Bamboo, holding it in his left hand and releasing the coiled dragon staff in his right. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 35, Spirit Evolution. The 3 of them sat cross-legged, absorbing the immortal herbs. Li Yusong remained stable, showing no significant changes. Douluo and Douyan were possessed by their spirits. The Jade Phosphorus Snake King and its snakes, feeling the effects of the Earth Dragon Golden Gourd, convulsed and twisted. The emerald green scales of Douluo's Jade Phosphorus Snake King were constantly changing, becoming thicker and thicker, and the emerald scales were now golden, giving the snake's entire body a golden emerald hue. The most significant changes were to the Jade Phosphorus Snake King's head. Douluo's Jade Phosphorus Snake King was his own evolved spirit. King of all snakes, it possessed a suppressive power over most snakes. Horns had already sprouted from its head, a pair resembling dragon horns. As its spirit evolved, the snake's head gradually transformed into a dragon's head, its horns growing longer and its whiskers appearing, making it even more dragon-like. While the 4 claws hadn't sprouted from its abdomen, the snake's tail had become a dragon's. Without the limbs, it was a living dragon. Douluo's spirit should now be called the Golden Phosphorus Snake King. With the added ability to control Earth, why is it still called the Snake King? Snakes are inherently sub-dragon species, and the Phosphorus Snake King is already the king of all snakes, so it naturally wouldn't evolve into a dragon. But this Golden Phosphorus Snake King has reached a higher level, its scales thicker and thicker, making it completely unafraid of a melee with a dragon like Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Douluo's original weakness was melee combat, but now it's gone. With the medicinal properties of the Earth Dragon Golden Gourd, he ascended directly from early level 93 to mid-level 94. Immortal grade herbs with matching attributes can significantly improve even a title Douluo. Douluo's appearance has rejuvenated, resembling a handsome man in his 30s. With his spirit's hidden dangers eliminated, his spirit has evolved, and his spirit power increased. He's now capable of challenging even or limit Douluo. Douluo lamented the tremendous changes of the past year. He had unknowingly possessed a mountain of treasure, but now he can finally make good use of these blessed lands. Douluo stood up, feeling boundless strength. He was now confident he could challenge the elder dragon of the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex clan. The world's greatest beast spirit? Even his Golden Phosphorus Snake King could stand a chance. Douluo looked closely and saw that his granddaughter Douyan and Li Yusong were still absorbing energy. As a title Douluo, his physical strength had surpassed that of an ordinary human, so it was natural for him to absorb energy quickly. With nothing else to do, he went to plant some immortal herbs again. The Polya clan's immortal herb records clearly explained how to cultivate immortal herbs, and Douluo happily became a gardener. A quarter of an hour later, Li Yusong had also finished absorbing energy. The Black Jade Divine Bamboo in his left hand had turned grayish-white, its essence and energy drained away. Li Yusong's spirit power had increased by 2 levels, reaching the level 40 bottleneck. Li Yusong felt he could still improve, and the most important improvement for him was his spirit. The original staff was red and blue, and while seamless, if it lost balance, it would be problematic, and his spirit would likely shatter. The power of the Black Jade Divine Bamboo now directly merged the red and blue energies. The coiled dragon staff now possessed a deep purple shaft, entwined with 2 dragons, one red and one blue. The black gold hoops at its ends had turned a dark gold. Thanks to the Black Jade Divine Benbu, the coiled dragon staff had become a top-tier weapon spirit, significantly increasing both its power and toughness. The coiled dragon staff weighed a staggering 2,500 kilograms, and the addition of a fourth spirit ring might even increase its weight. Spirits were truly strange. Despite weighing 2,500 kilograms, Li Yusong wielded them with ease, no matter how he wielded them. The next step was to obtain a fourth spirit ring. 10,000-year-old Earth-attributed sub-dragons were unknown. Li Yusong no longer needed to cultivate a dragon-type spirit beast for his spirit, having absorbed the ice and fire immortal grass. For his fourth spirit ring, he sought a dark gold deer or claw bear or a 10,000-year-old titan giant ape, both of which would be ideal. However, he still needed to take the longing dew to boost his mental strength and stabilize his hand. After all, a 10,000-year spirit ring was nothing to be trifled with. Douluo, seeing Li Yusong awaken, instantly arrived at his site and smiled. "How's it going? A huge improvement. My spirit power has reached level 40. And my martial soul has completely stabilized. From now on, no matter how I absorb, there won't be any problems." Li Yusong summoned his martial soul and explained the spirit rings he had absorbed, the ones he needed, and his future cultivation path. Douluo gasped, "You kid, you're really not afraid of getting into trouble? Multiple attributes? If there's a conflict, your martial soul will at best be shattered. Why are you practicing so frantically? Thankfully, the immortal herb stabilized you. Otherwise, I'm sure you'd explode if you absorbed your sixth spirit ring. You could have just chosen a pure strength spirit beast, but why are you making it so complicated? You're not trying to combine multiple attributes to create your own spirit technique, are you?" Douluo narrowed his eyes at Li Yusong. Why hadn't he known before how daring this kid was? Using himself as a test subject? Well, I've thought about it. After I obtain the fourth ring, I'll start creating my own spirit skills. After all, for a weapon spirit to become stronger, it requires a deep understanding of the spirit. Creating my own staff spirit skills is the perfect fit for me. Li Yusong thought that after absorbing the fourth earth elemental spirit ring, he would be able to begin creating his own spirit skills. Earth, fire, water, and wind are the fundamental elements of the universe, the foundation of the material world. While relying solely on extreme force can sway one in Super Douluo, it becomes increasingly difficult as one progresses. The Dragon Kings of the Divine Dragon Realm, the predecessor of the Divine Realm, are all masters of the elements. Elements are crucial in Douluo Continent. Breaking through all obstacles with sheer force seems unlikely here. The only person in the Divine Realm who doesn't rely on elements seems to be the Azure God, but he doesn't rely solely on force, and he possesses an extreme bloody murderous aura. The latest novel is released on the 6th book bar. I'm not aiming to achieve the Hunitun Wuji Douluo Jinxin, so why bother with a great Dao of strength? With my tiny body, I wouldn't even be able to learn the 8-9 profound art in a prehistoric world. I wonder if fusing the 4 elements together would cause explosive damage? I could try learning the ring fusion technique, and perhaps combining the 4 rings into one. By the way, Grandpa Douluo, I need your help with something. Li Yusong called over Douluo. He wanted him to help him perfect this Haoshin Wuji Guang, as his quasi-soul sect realm meant he couldn't improve further. What is it? Douluo wondered if he had another surprise in store. Well, when I first started practicing, I refined my meditation method. My own method is more effective than meditation, but my realm is too low to improve it, so I need your help. Li Yusong explained the technique. After all the teachers at Shrek Academy practiced it now, including Oscar and Ma Hongjin, so their progress was much faster than in the original timeline. Chapter 36, Kung Fu. Thanks to Mr. Man Xiangxingchen for the tip, and thank you all for your recommendations and monthly tickets. Li Yusong pulled out from his soul guide bracelet the meridian map he'd drawn for the Jotian Wuji Gong along with a cultivation method. Douluo examined it carefully, and after half a minute, he sat down and began to circulate his soul power along the path outlined by the method. He was astonished to find that practicing along the meridian paths outlined by the method was so much faster than meditation. Hiss, Xiachen, this method of yours is truly extraordinary. It could change the balance of the entire Soul Master world. Douluo looked at Li Yusong as if he were a monster. Not only was he gifted, but he also had such audacious ideas, daring to circulate his soul power in such a way, even at such a young age. It's a shame this method is only a prototype. My realm is too low to perfect it. So, please help me improve it. Li Yusong rubbed his hands. He had long wanted to improve his technique, but his low level of cultivation limited his vision. Leave it to me. Your route is truly impressive. I can refine it based on the Puyi clan's meridian diagram. By the way, since you're the original founder, you'll need to watch closely to prevent me from making any mistakes. A roar echoed through the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire. The two men saw that it was Dou Yan who had completed the evolution of her spirit. Because Dou Yan's spirit was only the jade phosphorus serpent, unlike Dougubo, she had not achieved the serpent king status. Instead, she transformed directly into a dragon, becoming a new true dragon spirit. The golden-scaled jade dragon, a massive true dragon, rivaled the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus rex in power, possessed mastery of earth and poison. It possessed the power of a terrestrial dragon's turn. Its golden scales were beautiful yet possessed immense defensive power. Its body was primarily golden, while its limbs were 70% jasper and 30% gold. The emerald scales on its front claws were particularly reminiscent of gemstones. The dragon's head was majestic and imposing, its vertical green pupils radiating the dignity of a true dragon. Its sturdy limbs were capable of walking. To Li Yusong's eyes, it resembled an eastern dragon, though, similar to the Yinglong, this one had wings. Dou Yan opened her eyes. Her martial spirit had now possessed her, covering her entire body in golden scales, while her limbs were primarily golden. Dou Yan's left hand, in particular, was considerably thicker than her right. Yan, did you use the secret technique to transform your left hand into a dragon? Dougubo's eyes were sharp. Dou Yan's left arm clearly resembled a dragon's. He had seen the dragon arm of a blue lightning Tyrannosaurus rex in its dragon form, and Dou Yan's appearance was identical to theirs. It seems so. My left hand has transformed into dragon claw, probably because it absorbed soul bones. I can feel its strength tripled, and its poison attribute increased by 100%. And my soul power has now reached level 37, a 5-level increase. Dou Yan looked at her left hand and noticed its increased strength, including its poison ability. She had originally planned to pursue a controlled type soul master, but now she's become an offensive type. What a happy occasion. It's even more powerful than the dragon transformations of the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus rex family. I guess I'll need to revise the soul beast I prepare for Yan. And it's even increased its soul power by 5 levels. Great. Come on, Yan, my little brat, and I have some new ideas for cultivation. Come check them out. Li Yusong looked at Dou Yan and couldn't help but smack his lips. The little snake girl had become a little dragon girl, and the python hero had become a dragon knight. That doesn't seem so bad, Dougubo beckoned Dou Yan over. This technique would allow Dou Yan to cultivate rapidly, surpassing the meditation methods they had. Once Dougubo perfected it, perhaps there would be new surprises. The next 2 weeks would be spent refining the technique. The original soul power circulation route was the Great Circulation, but now it was changed to first the Small Circulation and then the Great Circulation. This allowed cultivation to be twice as fast as the original Great Circulation, though it would only take a little longer. He then completed the 9th level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang. The first level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the second level of the Yunqi's Haoshan Wuji Guang, the third level of the Yijin Zisu's Haoshan Wuji Guang, the fourth level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the fifth level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the sixth level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the seventh level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the 8th level of the Vajra Indestructibles Haoshan Wuji Guang, the 9th level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, and the Unity of Heaven and Man, PS inspired by the 9 Yang Divine Art. The third level of the bone shrinking technique isn't simply about shrinking one size, but rather allows for flexible application of all parts of the body, achieving a high degree of unity between body and mind. The fourth level of the turtle breathing technique allows for perfect control of one's soul power, without leaking even the slightest trace of aura. Now that the improved Haoshan Wuji Gong is complete, Dougubo takes the lead in practicing it, using his immense soul power to connect the 8 extraordinary meridians, and then cultivates to the 8th level of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, the 3 flowers on the top of the head, condensing the 3 flowers on the crown, and finally transforming them into one's own body, achieving the state of unity between man and nature is the 9th level. The latest novel is published on the 69th Book Forum. Once one reaches the 9th level, a level 95th level Super Douluo can easily defeat a level 97th, or even a level 98th level Super Douluo. Through cultivation techniques, Douluo quickly digested the remaining medicinal power within his body, raising his soul power to the peak of level 94. It would take several months to reach the 9th level. Furthermore, due to the 5th level's endless cycle of life and death, soul masters who reach this level possess a soul power reserve, at least half that of those at the same level. Although Douluo is currently at the peak of level 94, his total soul power rivals that of a level 96 super Douluo. Li Yusong, a practitioner of this Haoshan Wuji Guang, possessed a formidable foundation, reaching the peak of the 6th level directly. He was already immune to all poisons. If he ingested the Kirin Tong Shinju, he could penetrate all 8 meridians and achieve a breakthrough to the 7th level of Vajra indestructibility. With Li Yusong's current soul power reserves at a level 40 quasi-soul sect, his reserves rivaled those of a novice soul king with a 5th soul ring, and could potentially reach even higher levels once he acquired all his soul rings. Du Guyan, having just begun her cultivation, had only barely reached the 3rd level, comparable to her own soul power level. It was all due to her limited foundation. By the way, Grandpa, are you interested in joining our Shrek Academy as honorary dean? Li Yusong asked Douluo. After all, they were already close friends, and now that the poison had been cured, he wasn't sure what to do next. Douluo had already told him she planned to attend Shrek Academy in Soto City. Douluo agreed, believing the two young lovers couldn't possibly be separated. Alright, I'll go over there for a bit, but I won't necessarily stay long. I'd like to explore a bit now, and I have some small debts to settle. Douluo only took a quick look before leaving. Li Yusong truly treated him like a stranger. After perfecting his technique, he developed a soul core system, creating a soul power vortex within the body to accelerate its flow. After all, at the title Douluo level, soul power solidifies, and using a soul power vortex to accelerate its flow is not a bad idea. In battle, soul power with a soul core can regenerate much faster. Crucially, Douluo had once accidentally condensed a poison pill, and he wondered if he could use it as a starting point to condense a soul core. According to Li Yusong, the Hunan Immortal Grass and the Xingluo Spirit Pearl could aid in condensing a soul core. Chapter 37 Return to Lanba. By the way, Grandpa, could you lend me your living creature storage soul guide? I'd like to get some immortal herbs from my teachers and 2 younger disciples, Li Yusong said to Douluo without a word. Douluo tossed the Ruai treasure bag to Li Yusong, who continued to ponder the soul core. Li Yusong took the bag and began collecting the immortal herbs he wanted according to the instructions in the immortal herb records. These included wind-singing hawkbill flower, mighty diamond fruit, 9th rank fire dragon mussel, 10,000-year-old ginseng king, 8-petaled immortal orchid, coxcomb phoenix sunflower, wonderful mushroom tongshan chrysanthemum, narcissus jade mussel bone, dragon mussel leaf, and acacia heartbroken red. He took the immortal herbs away for his teachers and younger disciples. Li Yusong remembered that Dean Flender's soul power was almost reaching Soul Douluo, and that Uncle Erlong, or his mistress, was also nearing Soul Sage status. It was a good time to let them level up and then obtain spirit rings, while Douluo was still around, so there wouldn't be any problems. After packing up everything, he saved the roots and seeds of the immortal grass for future growth. He then left the yin-yang eye with Douluo and Du Guyan. When they reached the poisonous miasma outside, Douluo was even more ruthless, protecting the yin-yang eye with his brand new jade phosphorus poison. By the way, Grandpa, do you know of a 20,000-year-old earth-attributed dragon spirit beast suitable for me in this sunset forest? Douluo pondered for a moment, then suddenly recalled a large figure and nodded in confirmation. Yes, I can confirm that it is an earth-attributed dragon species, which is about 20,000 years old. I can't remember its specific name for the time being. That guy is more than 60 meters tall and as huge as a small mountain. His body is covered with thick ochre scales, each of which has an irregular shape. The huge head occupies almost a quarter of his entire body. I have personally seen it defeat and kill a 60,000-year-old soul beast, and it left with a corpse in its mouth. I have followed it and seen that it lives in the Stone Mountain southeast of the Sunset Forest. It is one of the overlords of the Sunset Forest. In any case, the white-eyed demon Tiger King dare not provoke it. Douluo's words made Li Yusong certain that this was a Tyrannosaurus rex, the king of the sub-dragon species. The ochre body was probably the product of the combination of Tyrannosaurus rex and the descendants of the mountain dragon. It was a mutant Tyrannosaurus rex with the blood of the golden dragon king and the mountain dragon. This spirit ring is a perfect match for Li Yusong. To be on the safe side, he needs to improve his spiritual power. Then, he'll call the Dean and Uncle Erlong to join Grandpa Douluo in hunting down the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Obtaining its spirit ring has a high probability of gaining ultimate power. In Xiandao City, Lanba Academy has returned after many days. I wonder if the Dean has gotten Uncle Erlong pregnant? Never mind. Why should I meddle so much in their affairs? It always feels like the eunuchs are anxious when the emperor isn't. The guard at Lanba Academy recognized Li Luochen and let them through without further ado. Li Luochen led Du Guyan and Du Gubo to the cabin behind Liu Erlong. At this moment, Flanders and Liu Erlong were not engaging in any indecent acts. Flanders lay on a recliner, resting his eyes, while Liu Erlong watered the flowers. Flanders stood up upon seeing someone approaching, but just as he steadied himself, a figure pounced upon him. "Hey, Dean!" Li Luochen rushed forward and scooped up Flanders. Flanders was his mentor, a lifelong helper, often giving him special lessons. A large portion of his medical skills came from medical books Flanders borrowed. "Haha, little guy, how come you're so enthusiastic after over a month?" Flanders was delighted with the child. His most accomplished student was a native of Shrek Academy, and Flanders was incredibly proud of Li Luochen. "It's been ages since I last saw you, Dean." "Hey, Uncle Erlong." Liu Erlong also put down her kettle, walked over, and embraced Flanders' arm, looking at Li Luochen with a motherly warmth. Dean, should I call you Master's wife?" Li Luochen observed the scene, his eyes rolling as he said with a sly grin. "Yes, you can," Flanders said, his eyes filled with love. "By the way, you brought His Majesty Douluo back with you. What's the big deal?" Flander and Liu Erlong had already spotted Douluo, however, since Li Luochen had brought Du Guyan to catch the adulterer, crossed out, and had introduced their relationship when he visited them, Douluo and them weren't enemies. "Hey, I'm here to offer you an opportunity. Dean, you're almost Soul Douluo, right? And Master Erlong is almost Soul Sage, right? I have some great treasures to help you quickly reach your bottlenecks and potentially evolve your spirits." Li Luochen got straight to the point, pulling out his Ruai treasure bag, Fengine Eaglebill flower, and 9th grade fire dragon herb, 2 lesser grade immortal herbs. Before Flender could ask, Li Luochen interrupted him again. "Dean, this is the wind-singing eaglebill flower, a natural treasure for the flying eagle martial spirit. It has a chance of gaining the wind attribute. When you consume it, eat the stamen first, then the petals. Leave the rhizome alone, refine it where you are. Sister Erlong, this is the 9th grade fire dragon mushroom. It can strengthen your red dragon martial spirit and enhance your fire attribute. Simply chew it up and swallow it." The latest novel is being released on the 6ix9ine book forum. Flanders and Liu Erlong exchanged a glance after receiving the magical herb and began to consume it. They trusted that Li Luochen would not harm them. "Grandpa, do you think there are any soul beasts in the Sunset Forest that would be suitable for the Dean and Sister Erlong?" Li Luochen looked at Douluo for help for the nth time. Douluo rested his hand on his chin, thinking hard. "Yes, one of the overlords of Sunset Forest, the 70,000-year-old Sky Eagle, is located in the southern jungle of Sunset Forest. As for the second daughter of the dragon family, there are some options. There's the 45,000-year-old Scarlet Flame Python, the 50,000-year-old Blazing One-Horned Dragon. Sunset Forest has been fleeced once again. It's already lost one overlord, the Infinite Poison Python, and now more are about to fall." Li Luochen hadn't expected such a powerful soul beast to exist in Sunset Forest. He thought the white-eyed demonic Tiger King was already formidable, but to think there's another one is truly outrageous. Li Luochen wondered if there were even a 100,000-year-old soul beast in Sunset Forest. A 100,000-year-old soul beast's intelligence is comparable to that of a human, so if it doesn't want to be discovered, it's virtually undetectable. The only title Douluo living in Sunset Forest was Douluo, and given his mental state at the time, it would have been difficult to detect a 100,000-year-old soul beast. Now, Douluo's martial soul has evolved, his soul power has increased, and his strength has greatly increased. With Douluo's current strength, he was more than capable of rivaling a level 96 Super Douluo. While he couldn't defeat him, he could certainly remain invincible. Remember, Douluo was still a peak level 94 title Douluo, still a step away from becoming a Super Douluo. The difference between a Super Douluo and a title Douluo was truly qualitative. Chapter 38 Another idea. It's just that Douluo already has a lot of high-quality soul bones, But his defense is not strong, and he will be at a disadvantage against a reckless man like Tang Hao. A fairy grass suitable for Jinriksu was found in the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire. I wonder if I can get it from Jinriksu to the temple of worship. It is a fairy grass suitable for the attribute of light to exchange for a top-quality torso bone that can improve Jinriksu's qualifications. The old guys in the temple of worship should agree. The soul bones in the temple of worship should be 100,000 years old. I don't know if it is appropriate to exchange a torso bone suitable for Douluo through Jinriksu, because there is still a little bit of the guilt of possessing a treasure even if he is innocent. If he can come up with such a good fairy grass, he probably wants to plan for the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire. Q Group 606,944,089 join the group to discuss. Chapter 39, Soul Hunting. Flanders and Liu Erlong continue to absorb the immortal grass, their spirit power emanating from them from time to time. Their respective spirits also emerged, the cat-owl spirit and the red dragon spirit. Flanders' cat-owl spirit was considered a pinnacle of high-level spirits, while Liu Erlong's red dragon spirit was a variant of the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus rex, a top-tier spirit. Flanders' cat-owl spirit was visibly changing, with the wind elements of heaven and earth converging upon it, gradually transforming into cyan color. Its size was also slowly increasing, its feathers becoming sharper, and the cat-owl became increasingly majestic. Flanders opened his eyes, now in a state of spirit possession. His eyes, originally orange-yellow when possessed, had now turned cyan. Flanders sensed the changes within himself. His spirit power was already approaching level 79, and he was about to break through. This immortal grass had directly helped him advance by 2 levels, reaching the bottleneck of the Soul Douluo realm. Flanders also felt that his cat-owl spirit had evolved. Originally a high-level, pinnacle spirit, it had become a top-tier flying attack spirit, the hurricane cat-owl. Flanders felt as if something had been disconnected, but he ignored it. He felt his strength had increased significantly, and the power of his first 6 spirit skills had more or less increased. How is it going, Dean? Have you broken through? Li Luochen looked at Flanders, his new spirit a sign that he had. Yes, I've broken through to the 8th level, Quasi-Soul Douluo. I'm not even 50 yet, and I've already reached the Soul Douluo level. Even title Douluo will have a chance to try in the future. My spirit has also evolved, a new, top-tier spirit, the Hurricane Cat Owl. My control over the wind attribute has greatly increased. Thank you, Xiaochen. If you had given me this treasure, what would have happened to Hongjin and Xiao? Flanders felt the changes in himself and suddenly wondered about his students and his old friends. Of course they all get a share. Xiao and Hongjin's are far more precious than yours. My grandfather and the other teachers have prepared them, and we'll distribute them when we get back. Li Luochen knew Flanders felt a little guilty about receiving such a valuable gift from his students, but now that he heard everyone else had a share, he didn't say anything. Roar, with a dragon's roar, Liu Erlong also completed a martial soul's transformation. Originally younger than Flanders, her cultivation was close to that of a soul sage. Liu Erlong was also a genius, but unfortunately, her love sickness had wasted much of her time. Now, not only had she broken through to level 70, but her martial soul had also evolved. The red dragon martial soul was slightly inferior to the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus rex, but now, thanks to the magical herbs, the gap had been bridged, and she had achieved dragon transformation. Liu Erlong, after all, being Yu Luomian's daughter, was no stranger to dragon transformation and knew how to cultivate it. Furthermore, the flames of her red dragon martial soul had become even more powerful, at least rivaling those of a spirit master specializing in fire. Due to her spirit's evolution, she also felt as if something had disconnected, yet it brought a profound sense of relief. Her eyes were filled with tenderness as she looked at Flanders. Now that the Dean and Master's wife have both completed their advancements, let's go soul hunting in Sunset Forest. Grandpa Dugu and I just had a chat, and there are spirit beasts suitable for the 3 of us there. Li Luochen looked at Flanders and Liu Erlong, who nodded in agreement. After all, Dugubo would have an easier time hunting souls there. 5 people were setting out on this soul hunting trip, the main force, peak level 94 Dugubo, level 80 Flanders, and level 70 Liu Erlong. And just to watch, level 40 Li Luochen and level 37 Du Guyan were on hand, southwest of the Heaven Dao Empire, Fazno Province. Nodding City, Nodding Junior Spirit Master Academy. Uzziah Gang, still furiously riding, felt something strange, but due to his low cultivation level, he couldn't detect anything. Unaware, he had already lost something very important. The golden triangle existed in name only. Unyielding could no longer form a trinity with Liu Erlong and Flender in a fusion spirit technique, and he had lost the strength to compete in high-level games. If his Luo Sanpao hadn't been an incompletely evolved Holy Dragon of Light, how could he have been the primary controller in a fusion spirit technique? Now that Flender's spirit had evolved, and Liu Erlong's had advanced even further, its level had surpassed Luo Sanpao's Holy Dragon bloodline. He was currently only a level 29 Great Soul Master, unable to break through to the Soul Venerable Realm, Sunset Forest. We're almost to the territory of the fiery one-horned dragon. Be prepared, Douluo commanded. He was already prepared, releasing his mental energy to observe the surroundings. Flender, protect Luo Chen and Yan'an later. I, Long Yatao, will go and deal with that one-horned dragon, a roar resembling a dragon's roar echoed. A 25-meter-long dragon, covered in crimson scales and sporting a single, strange horn, a characteristic of a sub-dragon species, appeared. Sixth Soul Skill, Jade Phosphorus Serpent King Break. The latest novel is being released on the 69th Book Forum. Douluo unleashed his single target attack, sending a snakehead crashing heavily into the flaming unicorn dragon, stunning it. Sixth Soul Skill, Explosive Fire Dragon Speed. Liu Erlong seized the opportunity to unleash her strongest soul skill, delivering a powerful punch. However, the unicorn dragon was still a sub-dragon soul beast, possessing formidable defenses. Reaching 50,000 years of age was a crucial milestone for soul beasts, and a unicorn dragon at 50,000 years of age was vastly superior to one at 49,900 years of age. HMPH, this juvenile's defenses are quite high? Look! I'll break your scales. Martial Soul True Avatar. Douluo unleashed his Martial Soul True Avatar, striking the unicorn dragon's head with a powerful blow, shattering its horn and leaving a massive wound on its head. Douluo sneered, his left arm flashing as he activated his left arm Spirit Bones ability, Snake King Binding. Several green snake shadows bound the fiery unicorn dragon, immobilized by a paralyzing toxin. Dragon Girl, take this opportunity to attack the wound on its head, Douluo shouted. Liu Erlong reacted immediately, charging up her energy and unleashing her sixth spirit skill. Explosive Fire Dragon Surge, a powerful punch, embodying the image of a dragon, slammed into the unicorn dragon's head wound. The dragon uttered a final roar before expiring. A black spirit ring emerged from the fiery unicorn dragon. This was its 50,000-year-old seventh spirit ring, right at its limit. Liu Erlong's physical condition had improved after absorbing the immortal grass. Absorbing this spirit ring shouldn't be a problem. The strength of the seventh spirit skill's martial soul avatar is linked to its age. The older the martial soul avatar, the greater its power. Liu Erlong looked at the black spirit ring, a look of joy on her face. She had finally stepped into the realm of a powerful being. Possessing the seventh spirit ring was the stepping stone to true power, and the status of a soul sage was still very high. Liu Erlong sat down on the spot, pulled the black spirit ring over, and absorbed this 50,000-year-old spirit ring. Chapter 40, Soul Hunting, Part 2. While Liu Erlong absorbed spirit rings, Douluo examined the body of the fiery unicorn dragon. Sadly, no spirit bones were produced. High-level, 10,000-year-old spirit beasts have a high chance of dropping spirit bones, and the higher the bloodline level of the spirit beast, the higher the chance. Another method is to slaughter spirit beasts to increase the chance of dropping spirit bones. Even so, the probability is still very low. Douluo only managed to get 3 spirit bones after slaughtering over 20 10,000-year-old spirit beasts in Sunset Forest, which was considered extremely lucky. The others then waited for Liu Erlong to absorb the spirit rings, then helped Flanders hunt the 70,000-year-old Sky Eagle, and finally, Li Luochen hunted the mutant Tyrannosaurus Rex. Liu Erlong, possessing the power of a soul sage, protected Li Luochen and Du Guyan. The combined strength of Douluo, a title Douluo, and Flanders, a soul Douluo, should be able to defeat the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The king of the sub-dragon species is no exaggeration. Like the dark gold deer or claw bear, a 10,000-year-old beast can rival a 100,000-year-old spirit beast. Don't underestimate it. To be on the safe side, Li Luochen asked Douluo for help in refining a herb. Spirit-boosting herbs like the Yangshan flower could be refined into elixir that boosted spiritual power. This was included in the Pui clan's recipe, and Douluo had already prepared it for Li Luochen. As for why he didn't use the Wangchuan Qiushudu, Douluo already knew its benefits and planned to pass it on to his granddaughter. He wanted her to have a 10,000-year fourth spirit ring, too. He didn't need to go the extra mile like Li Luochen did, a little over 10,000 would suffice. Douluo knew that 10,000-year spirit beasts possessed the ability to vibrate their souls, so to refine a spiritual elixir, he used all the mature spiritual herbs from the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire. For example, Yangshan flower, Ningxian grass, 7 illusions green spirit, and ghost face ginseng were used to create 2 types of elixirs, one that directly boosted spiritual power, similar to the Wangchuan Qiushudu's effects, and another that could be taken while absorbing a spirit ring to stabilize the mind. Li Luochen had put a lot of effort into this mutant Tyrannosaurus Rex. If it worked, he'd be ready to take off, right? Nothing is impossible. Why should a cultivator fear difficulty? Just charge, and it's done. Alice. About a day later, Liu Erlong completed her spirit ring absorption, reaching the peak of her spirit power at level 71. Her martial spirit form was crucial. Because the fiery unicorn dragon's attributes perfectly matched Liu Erlong's, its bloodline directly advanced her dragon transformation. Her head, limbs, and body were all transformed, leaving only the horns and wings. While in dragon form, Liu Erlong, using her martial spirit form, was unmatched among her peers. Even a soul Douluo dared to fight her, though she wasn't certain she could defeat him. Dragon transformation was a unique security measure of the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family, similar to the Haoshan sect's Great Sumeru hammer. Alright, let's go find the Sky Eagle. This time, Flanders will protect the 2 children, while Long Yatao and I will take on the enemy, Douluo instructed. After all, Douluo was experienced and knew how to fight a 70,000-year-old spirit beast. The original plan had been for Fland and Douluo to work together. The Sky Eagle could soar at high speeds, and a quasi-soul Douluo like Fland could stop it. But now, Douluo's left arm bone, combined with his 8th spirit ability, Time Freeze, was enough to stop the Sky Eagle. Liu Erlong could simply injure it with a direct, brute force blow. The 5 of them headed towards the Sky Eagle's territory in Sunset Forest. After about half a day's journey, they finally arrived. The trees here were much taller and thicker than elsewhere in Sunset Forest. Many bird spirit beasts inhabited this area, likely subjects of the Sky Eagle. How could the Sky Eagle, one of the overlords of Sunset Forest, not have subordinates? However, most of them were millennia-old spirit beasts, and they were frightened away by Douluo's tidal Douluo aura. A resounding eagle cry echoed. Douluo's imposing aura startled the Sky Eagle, who perceived it as a human intrusion into its territory. The Sky Eagle, a bluish-white eagle, was 30 meters long, with a wingspan of 70 meters. Its feathers were sharp, like knives, and its presence was immensely majestic, as if it were the overlord of the heavens, dominating the skies. Haha, here we go, Dragon Girl, let's attack. 7th Soul Skill, Golden and Jade Phosphorus Serpent King True Form, 7th Soul Skill, Red Dragon True Form. Douluo and Liu Erlong immediately unleashed their spirit forms to confront the enemy. A 40-meter-long Golden and Jade Phosphorus Serpent King, with a dragon head and a snake body, charged towards the Sky Eagle, while a 20-meter-long Fire Dragon also charged. The Sky Eagle engaged Douluo and Liu Erlong directly, the impact of the collision knocking back the surrounding bird spirit beasts. Li Luochen and Du Yuyan stood behind Flender for safety. In the sky, the bluish-white Sky Eagle's body was already 2/3 covered in green, with a small portion charred black from the flames. The Sky Eagle sensed a dreadful situation. This time, it had encountered a tough opponent. It attempted to escape, but was entangled and unable to escape. It had been poisoned. While the poison wasn't severe, it was enough to quickly weaken its fighting capacity. The nearby fire dragon constantly dealt it heavy blows, making it difficult to cope. Alright, Dragon Girl, go switch with Flanders. This is almost over, Douluo telegraphed to Liu Erlong. Liu Erlong flew directly towards Flanders, disarming her spirit avatar after speaking to her. Flanders then activated his spirit avatar and quickly joined the battle. During this interlude, the Sky Eagle, as if seizing an opportunity, suddenly glowed with light, taking Douluo's attack head-on and attempting to escape. The latest novel is now available on the 6th-9th book bar. He, trying to escape? 8th Soul Skill, Time Freeze, Douluo unleashed his 8th soul skill, immobilizing the escaping sky eagle. Flender, quickly charge your energy and aim for the wound on its stomach. Strive for a fatal strike. I'll release the time freeze later and use the Snake King bind to trap it, but it'll only be there for a few seconds. You must aim for a fatal strike, Douluo instructed Flender, immediately concentrating his soul power on his left arm. Okay, Your Majesty. Flender immediately channeled his soul power into his right arm. This was because Flender had obtained a 50,000-year-old right arm bone from the same soul beast that he had acquired his 7th soul ring. It possessed powerful single-target attack capabilities, the Golden Eagle Sky-Splitting Claw. It was Flender's most powerful attack. Get ready. I'm about to begin, Douluo signaled Flender, and his left arm's soul power also gathered. Whoosh, the time freeze lifted, and before the Sky Eagle could react, it was entangled by several green snake shadows. Golden Eagle Sky-Splitting Claw. When Flender uses his right arm bone soul skills in his spirit avatar form, the effect is doubled. The spirit rings and bones of the same spirit beast complement each other. Flender's spirit avatar greatly enhances the skills of his right arm bone. A golden slash pierced the Sky Eagle's abdominal wound. With its abdomen corroded by snake venom and lacking feathers to protect it, Flender's strike was certain to shatter its internal organs. With a final roar, the Sky Eagle lowered its proud head, and a black spirit ring emerged. Chapter 41, Soul Hunting, Part 3. One of the overlords of Sunset Forest, the Sky Eagle, had fallen. Several overlords had already perished that year. Those over 50,000 years old were considered overlords. The other overlords of Sunset Forest, the white-eyed demonic tiger king and the three-eyed demonic fox, had sensed the situation and concealed their presence, fearing discovery. Finally, we're done. This great bird. I was afraid it would have escaped if I hadn't been careful. Fortunately, it went smoothly. Flanders managed to kill it with one strike, Douluo muttered to himself as he gazed at the dead Sky Eagle. Flanders found a comfortable spot, sat cross-legged, and drew his spirit ring toward him, absorbing it. It was a 70,000-year-old 8th spirit ring, a remarkable age not even most soul Douluos, even some title Douluos, possess. Flanders was incredibly lucky. Not only did his 8th spirit ring match his own age, but it was also incredibly high. As a new soul Douluo, he might even rival even the most established. A deep black spirit ring clung to Flender's body. Flender's face was sweating, but it was just that. His martial spirit had evolved, and he had been consuming whale glue for years to improve his physical fitness. The age of his 8th spirit ring wasn't a problem, though it took a long time to absorb a higher-level spirit ring. Douluo was also examining the body of the Sky Eagle. He wondered if such a high-level spirit beast could produce spirit bones. Douluo planned to see if he could find any. Sure enough, such a high-level spirit beast had a high probability of dropping a spirit bone. It was a left leg bone. If Douluo was right, this bone would enhance speed. The Sky Eagle's last burst of speed was incredibly fast and could restore its own state to a certain extent. If Douluo had had the incredible control spirit skill like light solidification, the Sky Eagle would have escaped. Douluo looked at the bluish-white left leg bone. Although spirit rings and bones dropped from the same spirit beast were the most compatible, this one was of excellent age, suitable for both himself and his granddaughter and grandson-in-law. This left Douluo feeling rather apprehensive. Douluo approached Li Yusong, holding the soul bone. Li Yusong, looking at the bluish-white soul bone in Douluo's hand, his mouth gaping. No way? Is the soul bone drop rate this high? Grandpa, you can't be that lucky. Douluo couldn't believe it either. She already had a soul bone, a 40,000-year-old black jade black mamba left arm bone his grandfather had given her. It had given her a significant boost, and now his grandfather had gotten another soul bone? It was unbelievable. I didn't expect this either. Is the drop rate of my soul bones this high? What do you think of this soul bone? Douluo said with a certain air of decency, then asked them to distribute the soul bones. Douluo already had 3 soul bones. Li Yusong and Douluo each had 1. Liu Erlong had no soul bones. I don't want it. I give up. Liu Erlong didn't want the soul bone because it didn't match her attributes. I'm giving up, too. This soul bone isn't very compatible with me. Li Yusong looked at the soul bone. Although he wanted to absorb it, the attributes weren't right for him. Unless it was a life-saving skill, it really wasn't suitable for him. If it was the skull, he would have taken it without hesitation. As for the torso bone, Li Luochen felt it was best to save it for last, as it was the most important. Li Luochen decided to reserve the torso bone when acquiring the 9th soul ring, leveraging the characteristics of the 100,000-year-old soul beast to provide the soul bone where it was lacking. Li Luochen still felt it was best to reject it early and let the Dean absorb it, so as to avoid the temptation. Using this treasure to test the cadres? Which cadre could withstand such a test? I don't want it either. I already have soul bones, and this one doesn't suit me, Du Yan refused directly. Her current soul bones were mainly poison and earth, and this flying wind attributed one was indeed not suitable for her. No one wants it? Then give it to Flanders. Although he's a bit old, he could still reach title Douluo in his 60s. Let this spirit bone help him, Du said bluntly. There was nothing he could do, after all, no one wanted it. A day and a half later, an eagle's cry resounded, and Flanders was possessed by the hurricane owl. 8 spirit rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 4 black, emerged, marking Flanders' true attainment of the soul Douluo level. Ho ha, is this a soul Douluo? As expected of a title Douluo, he can't achieve the pinnacle of power. Flanders felt his own strength. He had already reached soul Douluo before he was 50, and he was confident he could reach that level in his 60s. Flanders, how much soul power do you have now? Du rested his chin on his hand, sizing Flanders up and down. At his age, Du was still far from reaching the soul Douluo level. If it weren't for his fortuitous discovery of the yin-yang eye of ice and fire, he wouldn't have achieved the title Douluo level. Your Majesty, thank you so much for helping me hunt for spirit rings. I'm currently at peak level 81, and I estimate I'll be able to break through to level 82 in a few months, Flanders said confidently. A soul Douluo in his 40s still holds considerable weight. Of course, the youngest title Douluo to date is also in his 40s. But that didn't stop Flanders from being proud. Here, you go. Du tossed the bluish-white spirit bone to Flanders. Flanders examined the spirit bone. Another spirit bone had exploded? Last time, a spirit bone had also exploded for his 7th spirit ring. Was he so lucky? But the location of this spirit bone. Soul rings and bones produced by the same spirit beast are the most compatible. Since none of them want it, I'm giving it to you. Just absorb it, Du said, then closed his eyes to rest. No, Your Majesty, the location of this spirit bone is a bit awkward. I already have a left leg bone, Flanders said with embarrassment. He looked at the spirit bone with envy, but he already had a left leg bone. What? The latest novel is being released on the 6th book forum. Puzzled X4. Well, back when I was traveling alone, I acquired my 4th spirit ring when a piece of my left leg bone dropped. Thinking it was a spirit bone from a spirit beast, I absorbed it. Flanders also revealed what happened. He hadn't shared this with anyone else. After all, it was a spirit bone, and without any connections, it wasn't easy to use. His left leg bone granted him the ability to accelerate, which was usually undetectable, so no one knew about it. Later, as he reached the Soul Emperor level, the Millennium Spirit Bone's effectiveness diminished. Then, when he acquired his 7th spirit ring, he was lucky enough to discover a piece of his right arm bone. What others thought was his 1st spirit bone was actually his 2nd. Silence fell over the audience. Yes, we were being courteous to each other, thinking that you were the most suitable to absorb the spirit rings and spirit bones produced by the same spirit beast, and now you tell me you have a left leg bone? Well, we have to split it up again, Du said speechlessly. Li Luochen's eyes turned and he thought, Grandpa Du, why don't you take it? We don't need it. You can take it yourself. When you become stronger, you can help us obtain spirit bones. Besides, your golden phosphorus serpent king doesn't seem to be good at speed. This spirit bone should give you a boost. When you become stronger, are you worried that you can't help Yanzi and me obtain spirit bones? Du Yan nodded at Li Luochen's words. As for Liu Erlong, she ignored all this and simply hugged Flanders' arm and cuddled. Well, it's for me again. Alright, you two little ones, leave your future spirit rings and spirit bones to me. Du placed the 70,000-year-old Sky Eagle's left leg bone against his own left leg and absorbed it right there. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 42, Soul Hunting, IV. Douluo absorbed the spirit bone on the spot. His spirit power, originally at peak level 94, reached level 95 under the impact of the high-quality spirit bone energy, becoming a super Douluo, Jahuagwan, danger. For Douluo's level, absorbing the spirit bone was a breeze, taking less than half an hour. This 70,000-year-old Sky Eagle's left leg bone granted Douluo a speed boost. The spirit bone skill, Divine Eagle Extreme Speed, restored him to peak form, increasing his speed by 300%, allowing him to fly for short periods of time, lasting half an hour. It could only be used 3 times a day, making it an extremely powerful life-saving spirit skill. Li Yusong's face dropped after hearing about the spirit bone skill. Such a powerful spirit skill? Shit, I feel like I'm a little regretful. What should I do? Is there a regret medicine? Give me a dozen. After Douluo finished absorbing the spirit bone, everyone stayed on the spot to recuperate and recover to their peak condition, preparing to head to the mutant Tyrannosaurus Rex's territory. The Tyrannosaurus Rex's territory is near the Rocky Mountain southeast of Sunset Forest. Soul beasts are scarce there, and none of the Sunset Forest's soul beasts dwell there. The Tyrannosaurus Rex is constantly hunting for prey, so the Sunset Forest's soul beasts stay away. It took the better part of a day, crossing most of Sunset Forest, to reach the Rocky Mountain in the southeast corner. Atop the mountain, a massive creature lay snoring, its nose dripping with bubbles. When lying prone, it stood over 10 meters tall, its bulk as vast as a small mountain. Its entire body was covered in thick, ochre-colored scales, each with an irregular shape. Its massive head occupied nearly a quarter of its body. It was a Tyrannosaurus Rex variant, possessing the earth element of the mountain dragon bloodline and the ultimate power of the golden dragon king bloodline. A normal Tyrannosaurus Rex would be gray-black, but this one was ochre-colored, a true hybrid. Possessing the golden dragon king bloodline was already terrifying, and now it appeared this giant possessed the mountain dragon bloodline, making it a formidable force. A 10,000-year-old Tyrannosaurus Rex could rival a 100,000-year-old spirit beast. This Tyrannosaurus Rex was now a full 20,000 years old. Its thick, earthy yellow scales betrayed its incredible defensive power. Li Yusong believed this Tyrannosaurus Rex possessed not only formidable defense but also incredible resistance to poison. He wondered if Douluo's poison could seriously injure it. Flender, you and I will team up to confront it. Long Yatao, protect Yanyan and Luochen. Douluo and Flender unleashed their spirit forms, revealing a 40-meter-long golden phosphorus king snake and a 10-meter-long hurricane owl with a 20-meter wingspan. The large bubble on the Tyrannosaurus Rex's nose burst, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex opened its eyes and roared. Aoho! With a mighty dragon roar, the Tyrannosaurus Rex stood up, reaching a height of over 60 meters. Its eyes fixed on the enemy before it, saliva dripping from its mouth, its fighting spirit at its peak. With a roar, the Tyrannosaurus Rex stomped its foot onto the ground, causing rocks to float and cling to its body, forming a complete armored form. The Tyrannosaurus's actions left Douluo and Flender both bewildered. Is this the wisdom of a 10,000-year-old soul beast? Or just instinct? Flender exclaimed, while a hint of mockery flashed in the Tyrannosaurus's delicate eyes. As the king of the sub-dragon species, its actual combat power surpassed many true dragons. Its intelligence was immense, almost as great as that of a 100,000-year-old soul beast, but it couldn't speak. A Tyrannosaurus wouldn't be able to speak until it was 50,000 years old. Secondary setting. Flender, let's attack together. All your might. This Tyrannosaurus Rex is probably at the level of a tidal Douluo. Even ordinary tidal Doulos wouldn't be its match. Douluo observed the Tyrannosaurus before him. His perception told him that this Tyrannosaurus was no ordinary beast. If he wasn't careful, he could be dead. 9th Soul Skill, Green Phosphorus Divine Light. 8th Soul Skill, Sky Hurricane. Douluo and Flanders simultaneously released their strongest soul skills. A green beam of light merged with a turquoise hurricane, and a hurricane with green phosphorus snake venom roared towards the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Clang, the poisonous hurricane swept through, and the stone armor on the Tyrannosaurus Rex fell off. The cocky scales underneath the stone armor had no wounds. The previous attacks were blocked by the thick stone armor. Douluo and Flanders looked at the Tyrannosaurus Rex with shock in their eyes. This was a joint attack of a Super Douluo and a Soul Douluo, and it was actually blocked? Although Douluo's ninth soul skill was just a test, it wouldn't be unscathed, right? The Tyrannosaurus Rex's stone armor was really thick, but fortunately it was broken. Li Yusong, standing in the distance, was also startled. Isn't this a bit outrageous? The Tyrannosaurus Rex is so powerful? It's worthy of being the king of the sub-dragon species, but it's a bit absurd, isn't it? Douluo and Flanders continued their attack. Douluo unleashed his Medusa Soul Bone ability, Medusa's Gaze, only to discover that the petrification ability had little effect on the mutant Tyrannosaurus Rex. Douluo quickly changed his tactics, employing a roundabout, harassing attack, in short, a hit and run. Douluo flexibly utilized his newly fused left leg bone, combined with his sixth soul ability, Jade Phosphorus Serpent King Break, to harass the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Flanders also adopted this style, leveraging his flying and agile attack skills, attacking from range. He didn't seek to severely injure the Tyrannosaurus Rex, only to inflict a wound. Only with a wound could Douluo's poison be maximized. The latest novel is being released on the 69th Book Forum. The Tyrannosaurus Rex's body was covered in wounds. Even its superior defense couldn't withstand such kiting. It lacked any ranged attacks, its motto being to charge head first. He hadn't expected to be tricked by two shameless individuals today. Douluo also noticed the wounds and used his fourth soul skill, Corrosive Poison, to corrode the Tyrannosaurus Rex's wounds, preventing them from healing and worsening their injuries. To enhance the poison's potency, Douluo used the soul skill from the right arm bone of the 70,000-year-old infinite poison python, increasing its poison attribute by 200%, greatly increasing the power of Douluo's corrosive venom. Furthermore, since meticulously practicing mixed poisons, Douluo's venom now consists of multiple venoms. The corrosive poison is mixed with the Azure Phosphorus Serpent King's poison and a few soul bone poisons. Douluo's venom was now so potent that even a super Douluo of the same rank couldn't withstand a single drop of it. The multiple poisons were incredibly formidable. After half an hour of back and forth fighting, the Tyrannosaurus Rex's body remained covered in purple, black and green wounds. The Tyrannosaurus roared incessantly, but the balance of victory had completely tipped over. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was practically at the end of its strength. In a head-on, 1v1, true hero battle, even Douluo wouldn't have been able to seriously injure the Tyrannosaurus Rex in a head-on melee. It was a shame that he was kited to death. Flender, remove its legs. I'll seal its maw. Flender concentrated his soul power and attacked the Tyrannosaurus Rex's legs, where the venom had taken its toll. Crack, a thigh snapped. Douluo unleashed his soul bone skill, Snake King Binding, binding the Tyrannosaurus Rex's entire body, especially its maw, which was now bound by a dozen snake shadows. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was now paralyzed, unable to even scream. Come on, kid, attack the head of this big guy. I have already corroded this part of it, and the poison will soon reach its brain. Douluo called on Li Yusong to attack the darkest purple-black spot on the top of the Tyrannosaurus Rex's head. Below the purple-black spot is the brain of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and one blow will be enough to kill it. Chapter 43 The Fourth Soul Ring. Li Yusong unleashed the coiled dragon staff, a deep purple staff with black gold hoops at both ends. Second soul skill, Blazing Explosion. Li Yusong unleashed his full force, smashing it down on the Tyrannosaurus Rex's head. Black poisonous blood, red dragon blood, and yellow, white brain matter were all blasted out, but the Tyrannosaurus Rex couldn't even wail. A black soul ring floated out, announcing the Tyrannosaurus Rex's death. The king of the sub-dragon species had suffered a humiliating death. Huh? Li Yusong took a deep breath, took out the mind-concentrating pill, and held it in his mouth, feeling his mind suddenly clear. Drawing the 10,000-year soul ring to himself, Li Yusong felt a surge of immense, pure soul power flooding into his body. The sheer amount of energy was beyond Li Yusong's imagination. Although Li Yusong's second and third soul rings hadn't absorbed beyond their limits, the 10,000-year soul ring was the watershed for all soul beasts, let alone the profound bloodline and immense strength of this mutant Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fortunately, Li Yusong had consumed ample amounts of whale glue, taken the ice and fire celestial grass, and undergone the ice and fire refined body transformation in the yin-yang eyes. His physical body had already reached the level of a soul emperor. A 20,000-year soul beast was the ideal sixth soul ring for ordinary soul masters, but this Tyrannosaurus Rex was no ordinary 20,000-year soul beast. Li Luochen's body suddenly swelled, as if on the verge of bursting. Sensing something ominous, Li Luochen accelerated his Haoshan Wuji Guang, absorbing pure soul energy into his body along its course, slowly restoring his swollen form. Next came the soul shock that Li Luochen feared most. The soul shock of a 10,000-year soul beast was the most terrifying, and many would-be soul kings perished from the shock of a 10,000-year soul beast. Li Luochen was confident in his mental strength. Having lived 2 human lives, his spiritual power was significantly stronger than others. Having undergone the tempering of the ice and fire refined body transformation and ingesting various mental strengthening herbs, his mental strength had greatly increased. He held a concentrating mind pill in his mouth to clear his mind. Roar! A resounding dragon roar filled Li Luochen's spiritual sea. Li Luochen's consciousness reached the spiritual sea and beheld the phantom of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This was the crucial step in absorbing the 10,000-year soul ring. The 10,000-year soul beast's resentment unleashed a soul-shaking tremor. Withstanding it would be a vast expanse, failing to withstand it would be a complete idiocy. The Tyrannosaurus Rex phantom charged at Li Luochen's spiritual sea, nearly causing him to lose consciousness. Fortunately, the mind-concentrating pill in his mouth took effect, and he felt a sense of clarity. Feeling this clarity, Li Luochen stabilized his spiritual sea. After this surge, the Tyrannosaurus Rex phantom grew even more ethereal. Another 2 surges would likely dissipate completely. But Li Luochen couldn't let his guard down. Even a moment of slack could lead to potential collapse. As Li Luochen and the Tyrannosaurus Rex phantom battled in the spiritual sea, a surge of violent soul energy rushed towards his spine. At this moment, Li Luochen felt a shift in his spine, similar to the sensation he felt when he gained the dragon wings. External soul bone. Generally, only external soul bones have a chance of merging with soul rings into a soul master's body. This was the external soul bone in the spine. A day and a night passed. At first, Li Luochen's condition was very poor, and Du Yuyan was extremely worried. Later, his aura gradually returned to normal, and his bloated body returned to normal. Li Luochen's aura continued to grow stronger, breaking through the bottleneck of his soul power and continuously increasing his level. Li Luochen's spiritual sea finally returned to calm, and the phantom of the Tyrannosaurus Rex had disappeared, but it had left Li Luochen in a state of great distress. Li Luochen's 4 soul rings were now arranged in an orderly pattern, from the inside out: yellow, purple, purple, black. This yellow, purple, purple, black ratio surpassed the optimal soul ring ratio of this era. Li Luochen opened his eyes and exhaled. He had finally made it through. He felt extremely happy at the changes in himself. His spirit power level had reached level 44. Tang San's transcendent absorption of a 10,000-year spirit ring was only at level 41. Li Luochen still had the remaining medicinal properties of the black jade divine bamboo within him, along with the Tyrannosaurus Rex's 20,000-year cultivation and attached spirit bone. Seeing Li Luochen standing up unharmed, Du Yuyan pounced, hurling herself into his arms and hugging him tightly, fearing he'd destroy her. "How is it going?" Du Yubo looked at Li Luochen. With his cultivation level, he could tell at a glance that he had reached level 44. "I feel great. My soul power level has reached level 44. The 4th soul ring is an amplifying soul skill called Tyrant Dragon Battle Body. Its attack power increases by 200%, strength increases by 200%, and defense increases by 300%. After activating the Tyrant Dragon Battle Body, my resistance to poison, control, and mental attacks is greatly increased. In the state of Tyrant Dragon Battle Body, the power of my first 3 soul skills will be increased by 100%. The latest novel will be released on liujishu.com. The most important thing is that there is no time limit. It can only be released by myself or when my soul power is exhausted." Everyone gasped, feeling that the perversion of this soul skill was almost the same as the martial soul's true body. In addition, I've also acquired an external spirit bone, attached to my spine. It has a single ability: strength amplification. Currently, it can triple my strength, and this amplification will increase as my cultivation level increases. Furthermore, I seem to have gained ultimate attributes. This Tyrannosaurus Rex has granted me ultimate power. My coiled dragon staff has reached a weight of 6,000 kilograms. Li Luochen has truly improved across the board. With his current strength, he could easily leap 2 levels against a spirit emperor. A mere 5-ringed spirit king wouldn't be able to withstand a single blow from Li Luochen. Douluo knew that Li Yusong's spirit now weighed far more than a clear sky hammer spirit master of the same level. Perhaps the title of the world's #1 weapon spirit would have to be taken by a new owner. Li Yusong unleashed the coiled dragon staff, noticing a Tyrannosaurus Rex pattern on the deep purple shaft. The two black gold hoops had also turned golden, finally no longer black. The hoops also bore dragon markings, which Li Yusong suspected were those of the Golden Dragon King. Li Yusong played with a coiled dragon stick. The current coiled dragon stick was much more beautiful than the original dragon pattern stick. Suddenly, Li Yusong wondered if he could shrink the coiled dragon stick so that he could spin it like a pen. Li Yusong decided to give it a try, and it worked. Li Yusong shrunk the coiled dragon stick to 25 centimeters, only the thickness of his little finger, and began to spin it. Li Yusong was once a boy who could spin a pen. That was his lost youth. Now that the foundation was established, he could try to create his own soul skills and develop his own stick technique. He had already mastered the dragon pattern stick technique his grandfather had left him. "Let's go," Douluo said. He had put in a lot of effort this time, and it must have exhausted him, but he also obtained a 70,000-year-old soul bone. In short, it was a very rewarding experience. "Wait, Grandpa, I remember that dragons like to collect treasures. Do you think there are soul bones or something in the Tyrannosaurus Rex's lair? Why don't we go to the Tyrannosaurus Rex's lair and take a look?" "Didn't you say that Tyrannosaurus Rex likes to bring prey back to the lair to eat?" Li Yusong's words startled everyone. They wondered in their hearts how they could be so lucky, but they still chose to try their luck. Chapter 44, Treasure of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The five men made their way toward the Tyrannosaurus Rex's lair. It was a vast, dark cavern nestled in the heart of a rocky mountain, and the air was thick with a stench of blood and decay. "It smells terrible in here," Douluo exclaimed, pinching her nose. As they walked further in, they discovered the Tyrannosaurus Rex's sleeping area. The giant creature had even built a sort of nest for itself, presumably for comfort. So why was it sleeping outside today? Oh, and the sun was shining brightly today, perhaps it was taking a nap. Beside the Tyrannosaurus Rex's bed lay a pile of bones, gleaming faintly. "Soul bones," the five men exclaimed simultaneously. Dragons like Tyrannosaurus Rex do have a habit of collecting treasures. Soul beasts cannot use soul bones, and even if they did, they wouldn't improve as quickly as eating soul beast flesh. The dozen or so soul bones here were likely the Tyrannosaurus Rex's spoils of war, accumulated over the years. Douluo surveyed the spirit bones and said, 3 10,000-year spirit bones, 6,000-year spirit bones, and the rest are 100-year spirit bones." Everyone gasped. They'd absorbed so much today. "Your Majesty, what types of spirit bones are these?" Flender asked. He knew spirit beasts well, but he wasn't familiar with spirit bones. Fortunately, Douluo was a titled Douluo, with extensive knowledge of spirit beasts, and he recognized all the spirit bones here. A 20,000-year-old earth-brown bear torso bone, a 15,000-year-old owl skull, and a 20,000-year-old Earth King left arm bone. They weren't particularly old, but they were all 10,000-year-old spirit bones. The average titled Douluo wouldn't even have a single one. "I'm talking about you, Jihuagwan." Li Yusong now truly despised these spirit bones. Besides their age, they didn't fit in. As for Du Guyan, she didn't want any either. She already had a 40,000-year-old spirit bone and couldn't care less. "I don't want these 3 pieces, they're too young. Flender and Long Yatao have 2 that would suit you, so I'll give you all 3. By the way, here are 2 9,000-year-old spirit bones that are quite good, the scarlet flame python skull and the golden winged goose right leg bone." Douluo introduced them. His tastes had improved. He himself possessed no spirit bones less than 50,000 years old, and he thought his granddaughter and grandson-in-law would be even better. Douluo had already begun planning high-quality spirit bones for his children. Flender and Liu Erlong took the spirit bones and absorbed them. Since they had the right spirit bones for them, why not absorb them quickly? To avoid further complications. While Li Yusong and Du Guyan were guarding the 2 masters, Douluo ventured deeper into the lair. He returned shortly thereafter, seemingly unhurried, and wandered around the Tyrannosaurus Rex lair, looking for any other spirit bones. After a few minutes, Flanders and Liu Erlong opened their eyes, having absorbed their soul bones. Flanders now possessed 4 soul bones, a 15,000-year-old skull, a 50,000-year-old right arm bone, a 5,000-year-old left leg bone, and a 9,000-year-old right leg bone. Liu Erlong possessed a 20,000-year-old left arm bone and a 9,000-year-old skull bone. Flanders had reached the mid-level 82nd level, while Liu Erlong had reached the late 72nd level. As expected of these precious blood river soul bones, they marveled at their rapid improvement. Dean, please give the 20,000-year-old earth brown bear torso bone to Uncle Zhao. As for the other 1,000-year soul bones, let the teachers absorb them, and let Grandpa Dougu auction the 100-year soul bones. Li Luochen looked over the soul bones and sorted them out. Dougubo collected the 100-year soul bones, intending to sell them at the Xiandao auction house when he had time. Flanders collected the remaining 4 1,000-year soul bones. After carefully inspecting the lair and finding nothing left, they left. This soul hunt was finally over. Back in Xiandao City, Flanders and Liu Erlong returned to Lianba Academy, while Li Luochen followed Dougubo and Douguyan back to Dougu Mansion. Li Luochen and Flanders agreed to return to Shrek Academy in a week. Having gained a lot from this trip, they were ready to digest it all back at the academy, and Li Luochen also wanted to take some time to reflect. Douguyan wanted to accompany Li Luochen to Soto City. To her, it was just a matter of play. Dougubo, leaving Douguyan in Li Luochen's care, wanted to travel the continent and gain some insights. He had been advancing too rapidly recently, all thanks to the accumulation of rare materials and treasures. He needed to truly experience and reclaim the feeling of reaching level 96. As for why a week later? To give Flanders some time. It would be so hard to be separated after finally getting together. Let them get used to each other. However, Flanders would do something Li Luochen couldn't anticipate. The consequences of Flanders' actions, Alice, Zhao Wuji would have to suffer. Douguyan and Li Luochen had just returned to the mansion when Dougubo left. He was going to sell his 100-year soul bones. Even 100-year soul bones were highly sought after by soul masters, and Dougubo could earn at least hundreds of thousands of gold soul coins from each sale. Now that Li Luochen had gained the opportunity to obtain the yin-yang eyes of ice and fire, he would have to cultivate diligently for a while until the main storyline reached Shrek Academy. The latest novel will be released on the 69th book bar. With a little over 5 years left, Li Luochen estimated that within 5 years, he should be able to reach the high-level Soul King level. Why high-level Soul King? Haha, Li Luochen was already a Soul Master with ultimate power. Soul Master's cultivation was already slow, and with the added attribute of ultimate power, it was even slower. However, Li Luochen possesses the Kirin Tongshan Chrysanthemum. With the Kirin Tongshan Chrysanthemum, his cultivation will naturally accelerate, allowing him to open up the 8 extraordinary meridians. Exactly how much faster his cultivation will be determined in half a year. Having already consumed the 3 immortal herbs, Li Luochen's body needs a cooling period to allow the medicinal properties to be absorbed before consuming the Kirin Tongshan Chrysanthemum. Otherwise, the benefits will be wasted. Douguyan is similarly in the same situation. She consumed the Earth Dragon Golden Gourd, soaked in the celestial treasure bath Dougubo prepared for her, and recently also consumed the Wangchuan Kiashudu. She also needs a cooling period before consuming the Shuxan Yujigudu in half a year. Since the immortal herbs are already on her, she won't be able to escape, so she can consume them when she's ready. For the next week, neither Li Luochen nor Douguyan practiced. On her first night back, Douguyan absorbed the Wangchuan Kiashudu, experiencing a significant surge in her mental strength. This surge in mental strength also allowed Douguyan's Haoshan Wujigong to reach the 4th level. Their advancement had been so rapid recently that they needed a balance between work and rest. In reality, the two simply wanted to have some fun. In Li Luochen's words, "I've been practicing for over 6 years, can't I enjoy myself?" Then the music and the dancing continued. For the week, Douguyan took Li Luochen on a tour of Xiandao City's attractions. Li Luochen's millennium-old second spirit ring had already caught the attention of some, who had begun creating opportunities to encounter him. Those with such scheming and deliberation were the old fox Ning Fengzi and the Crown Prince Zhu King. On separate days, these two encountered Li Luochen and Douguyan while they were out and about, showering them with official praise and other extravagance. Of course, Li Luochen didn't need to embarrass them. He was well versed in the ways of the world and knew how to put people at ease. A week later, Flanders bid farewell to Liu Erlong, Li Luochen, and Dougubo, grandfather and grandson, and headed for Shrek Academy. Chapter 45 Return to the Academy and divide the immortal grass. After several days' journey from the Bara Kingdom to Soto City, Li Luochen finally returned to Soto City. While the bustling city wasn't as prosperous as Xiandao City, he grew up nearby. Shrek Academy, a simple wooden building, was located in a village outside Soto City. "Oh, Chen, is this the academy you attend?" Du Yan was at a loss for words. Li Luochen was so impressive, yet his academy was just a small, shabby village. "Well, aside from our lack of a mimicry training environment, our resources rival those of the 5 elemental academies. This is primarily due to our unique secret recipes," Li Luochen casually remarked. Shrek Academy didn't have a mimicry training room. Shrek Academy had no shortage of high-quality soul beast meat, and the food was excellent. With soul emperors and soul sages personally training, it was only because they had fewer students, otherwise they couldn't afford to support so many. Li Luochen himself understood that Shrek Academy only accepted geniuses, and that geniuses could thrive anywhere. For example, if you were placed in any other high-level Soul Master Academy, he would have achieved Soul Master status at the age of 12. However, Li Luochen himself had close ties to Shrek Academy and wanted to transform it into the premier Spirit Master Academy of later generations. Of course, there was still much to do, and the future was promising. "Well, I think this place is nice, perfect for retirement." Douluo surveyed the scenery. While the village was simple, the scenery was beautiful and peaceful. He really liked it. Soon, the teachers and students from Shrek Academy emerged. Li Luochen had been away for over 6 months. Fortunately, the teachers hadn't changed much. Zhao Wuji and Xiaozin's spirit power had increased by 1 level, and Oscar had increased by 1.5 levels, reaching peak level 19 and on the verge of breaking through to level 20. Ma Hongjin had just obtained a spirit ring and was at peak level 11, but in just over 6 months, his spirit power had risen to level 14. Lu Qibin was still level 66, and Li Luochen's grandfather, Li Yusong, was still level 64. Both elders had long since passed the prime cultivation period, and their cultivation progress was slow. "Hey, Boss F and Xiachen are back? How was it after 6 months of traveling?" Zhao Wuji casually hooked his arm around Flender's shoulder. Li Yusong, in turn, lovingly picked up his eldest grandson. He'd missed him terribly after not seeing him for 6 months. "Okay, Grandpa, put me down. Let me introduce you. This girl is Du Yan, my girlfriend. The one next to her is her grandfather, Senior Douluo, the Phosphorus Douluo." Li Luochen immediately introduced his grandson's wife and in-laws to his grandfather. When they heard about Phosphorus Douluo, Zhao Wuji, Xiaozin, Lu Qibin, and even Li Yusong gasped. He'd even managed to woo the granddaughter of a titled Douluo. This guy was truly impressive. "Haha, I'll be the honorary dean of Shrek Academy from now on. I won't need to be so polite anymore," Douluo casually said. He was just here to take a look around. He'd be leaving the traveling continent soon, and since everyone here was Li Luochen's family, there was no need to put on airs. Despite Douluo's words, Zhao Wuji and the others still performed the standard Soul Master salute. It was simply a sign of respect for the powerful. Everyone then headed to the cafeteria, where they chatted and recounted their achievements over the past 6 months. "What? Boss Fu, you've broken through to Soul Douluo? Weren't you a soul sage at level 78 just 6 months ago? And Xiachen has broken through to Soul Sect? And he's now level 44, Zhao Wuji, the loudmouth, roared in surprise. It's no wonder he was so surprised. Who could have imagined such a dramatic change in just 6 months? This time, while traveling with Grandpa Douluo, I encountered some opportunities. Of course, I've prepared them for you all. I'll distribute them after dinner," Li Luochen said casually. He didn't elaborate too much. Besides, the teachers at Shrek Academy are all very shrewd people. Such opportunities shouldn't be discussed casually. If not handled with care, it could lead to fatal consequences. Moreover, Li Luochen gave them the information directly because he trusted them not to spread rumors. It made sense, too. Li Yusong was Li Luochen's grandfather, so he naturally wouldn't harm him. Zhao Wuji, Lu Qibin, and Xiaozin had all watched Li Luochen grow up, so naturally, these older men raised him as their own child. As for Oscar and Ma Hongjin, though they were young, they were extremely intelligent. In class, their teachers specifically emphasized the darkness of the Soul Master world, and they knew that such things couldn't be spoken casually. After dinner, Grandpa Lu, this is a medicine refined by Senior Douluo. It's made with 9th grade purple Ganoderma as the main ingredient. It removes impurities from the body, strengthens the body's essence, and prolongs life. It's helpful for breaking through cultivation bottlenecks and will benefit both of you. Uncle Zhao, this is the great power diamond fruit. Just chew it up and swallow it, then refine it on the spot. It will boost your strength and defense, and your soul power should increase by about 2 levels. After absorbing it, your strength should no longer be inferior to the titans of the power clan. Teacher Xiao, this is the 9th grade ginseng king. Just put it in your mouth and absorb the juice. It strengthens the body's essence, prolongs life, and is also beneficial for mental strength. Most importantly, its mild medicinal properties should help you achieve a soul sage breakthrough in one fell swoop. Li Luochen distributed the rare treasures for the Shrek Academy teachers. Then he looked at his 2 younger brothers. Oscar and Ma Hongjin looked at Li Luochen eagerly, their eyes implying, "Boss, we're still here. Don't forget your younger brothers." You 2 guys are lucky. What I prepared for you are real immortal herbs, which are better than what the teachers use. Where can you find a boss as good as me? Li Luochen boasted directly. In fact, these were all the immortal herbs they should have gotten, but this time Li Luochen gave them to them. However, it did not prevent Li Luochen from tilting his head 45 degrees and putting on a look that asked for a beating. "Boss, long live. Brother Chen, long live. Little Ao, this is an 8-petaled fairy orchid. Its medicinal properties are gentle and mellow, easily absorbed, though it takes a long time to process. It strengthens the body and eliminates impurities. It's perfect for your constitution, more than enough to compensate for your slow cultivation as a food-type spirit master. The effects can even last until you reach level 70. The latest novel is first published on the 69th Book Forum. There's no special way to consume it, simply chew and swallow. It tastes sweet and fragrant. Concentrate your spirit power to help the medicinal effects assimilate into your body. You'll slowly absorb it later." An 8-petaled orchid appeared in Li Luochen's hand, its entire body a brilliant white, giving off a sense of detachment and nobility. Oscar didn't understand the rest, but he understood one thing: it compensated for his slow food-type cultivation and allowed it to last until level 70. "Thanks, Brother Chen," Oscar said to Li Luochen, then absorbed and refined it on the spot. Li Luochen looked at Ma Hongjin and said, "Fatty, your martial soul is flawed, causing you to be so energetic. Although your first soul ring has absorbed the fire phoenix of the phoenix bloodline, it's only stabilizing it now. Sooner or later, it will erode your body. I've prepared a pure yang tonic for you, called Coxcomb Phoenix Sunflower, which will purify your martial soul into true fire phoenix. Here, this is Coxcomb Phoenix Sunflower. Don't chew it, swallow it. Focus your soul power and channel it. No matter how painful it is, you must endure it, or you'll fail. This ingredient is very effective and should significantly boost your soul power and flame effects. If you give up halfway, the potency will be greatly reduced." Li Luochen held out a trembling, red, soft and tender immortal grass. It looked simple, consisting of red leaves with a rooster-like comb at the top. But a closer look revealed its uniqueness. The veins were a brilliant gold. The moment this herb appeared, the temperature in the room suddenly rose sharply. "Okay, thank you, Brother Chen. I'll definitely succeed," Ma Hongjin said, patting his chest. "Remember to practice this Haoshan Wuji Gong while absorbing. It will help reduce the pain. Keep going, strive to surpass the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex and possess a top-grade fire-attributed Phoenix martial soul." Li Luochen had high hopes for Ma Hongjin. Resolving Ma Hongjin's martial soul issue early would allow him to lower his requirements for future spirit rings. He needed both Phoenix bloodline and fire-attributed elements. After purifying his Phoenix martial soul, he would directly seek out a spirit beast with a strong fire attribute and elevate his flame to the ultimate level. Ma Hongjin possessed exceptional talent, possessing an innate soul power of rank 9.5, and a mutated martial soul. With proper cultivation, he could become the team's most powerful explosive and powerful spirit master. Once Ma Hongjin's unholy fire issue is resolved, he could be fed with whale glue. Would that give him a Millennium Second Spirit Ring? Chapter 46, Great Improvement of the Academy. P.S. Chapter 14 lists the teachers' levels: Zhao Wuji at level 73, Xiao Xin at level 68, Lu Kebin at level 66, Li Yusong at level 64, Oscar at level 18, and Ma Hongjin at peak level 11. The immortal herbs have been distributed, and now all we have to do is wait for them to improve. Li Yusong and Lu Kebin were the first to absorb the nutrients. Pills based on the 9th grade purple fungus absorb much faster than immortal herbs. Both Li Yusong and Lu Qibin have advanced 2 levels. Li Yusong is now level 66, and Lu Qibin is now level 68. Not only has their soul power increased, but the wrinkles on the faces of the two elders have also diminished significantly. Li Yusong's gray hair has turned black, and Lu Qibin's white hair has turned gray. Both men look 10 years younger. They both feel as if they've returned to their youth. This elixir, crafted with 9th grade purple fungus as its primary ingredient and supplemented with other rare and precious materials, is one of the highest level strengthening and vital essence elixirs in the Puyi clan's recipes. If consumed by a spirit master past their prime years, their cultivation speed over the next 5 years will be comparable to their youthful levels, and bottlenecks will be more easily overcome. Li Luochen speculated that Grandpa Lu should be able to reach the Soul Sage stage within 2 years, while his own grandfather seemed a bit short. Li Luochen still had a 7th grade dragon fungus in his possession, so he considered it a special treat for his grandfather. As for his own grandfather, he should give him something better. Li Luochen pondered that his grandfather, Li Yusong, was his only blood relative in this world. He hadn't abandoned him in his foolish childhood. If Li Luochen achieved divine power, he would definitely take his grandfather with him. Li Yusong's spirit ring configuration was currently quite poor: white, yellow, purple, and black, a common configuration. Furthermore, Yusong's innate spirit power was at level 5, meaning this configuration would only qualify him for a high-level soul sage at best. However, Li Luochen wanted his grandfather to become a titled Douluo. He had the resources to choose the best for his grandfather's 7th, 8th, and 9th spirit rings. However, how about getting him a 100,000-year-old 9th spirit ring? This spirit ring configuration, white, yellow, purple, black, and red, should be unique, right? I could definitely prepare something. Li Yusong had no idea his beloved grandson was planning something more for him. Then, Zhao Wuji and Xiaozin finished absorbing the immortal grass. Zhao Wuji's spirit power increased by 2 levels, reaching level 76. His figure also grew stronger. The immortal grass helped heal years of hidden injuries within him, further boosting his strength and defense. Xiaozin's spirit power increased by 1 level, reaching the bottleneck of level 70. More medicinal power accumulated within his body, ready to burst forth once he obtained the 7th spirit ring. The 9th rank ginseng king had a mild medicinal property and significantly boosted spirit power. Xiaozin should be able to increase his spirit power by another level or 2 after obtaining his 7th spirit ring. Next up were Oscar and Ma Hongjin. They were now 8.5 and 6.5, respectively, at level 19 and 14. At their ages and cultivation levels, absorbing immortal herbs was optimal. While the increase in spirit power might not be significant, the medicinal properties would enter their bodies, transforming them, enhancing their physical fitness, improving their meridians, and strengthening their bones. They would eventually reach the level of soul masters above level 30, each increasing their spirit power by at least 5 levels. Now, even grand soul masters, it was no secret how much they could improve. Oscar was the first to complete his absorption, reaching the level 20 bottleneck. The 8-petal immortal orchid was the most suitable immortal herb for him, with its gentle properties and easy absorption. This was why he absorbed it so quickly, leaving a considerable amount of medicinal power still accumulating within him. Li Luochen wondered if Oscar could get a 2nd spirit ring that was just 1,000 years old. Oscar had always consumed whale glue. Flanders had once acquired a 9,000-year-old whale glue and had Oscar consume it after becoming a soul master. Flanders used his spirit power to help Oscar absorb it. Perhaps Oscar could try a 1,000-year-old 2nd spirit ring. Oscar's original 2nd soul skill was a detoxifying sausage, but Li Luochen thought it was useless. With Tu Yuan around, what was there to fear about poison? Li Luochen's mastery of poisons was now profound, allowing him to directly refine antidotes. Oscar's flying soul skill was a good fit. The spine-tailed swift was quite fast, faster than the cockatiel. Even if both flew for a minute, the spine-tailed swift would still be far faster than the cockatiel. As for Ma Hongjin, once he absorbed the immortal grass and remedied his spirit deficiencies, he could also take whale glue. Previously, I didn't give it to him, fearing it would only exacerbate his energy levels, which would be fatal. Now that he's absorbed the cockatiel, he should be able to take whale glue. The fat boy is a combat soul master, and the millennium of his 2nd soul ring will significantly improve him, especially those that amplify fire. As for future soul beasts, they should look for ones with strong fire attributes, such as the three-legged golden crow, the scarlet flame loon, or the fire spirit sacred beast. With a cry of phoenix, Mahongjan's body erupted with powerful flames. The chicken-like evil fire phoenix transformed into true fire phoenix spirit. Mahongjan's fire phoenix spirit barely made it into the realm of super spirits. If he could achieve ultimate fire, it would surely be even more powerful. The chubby boy had slimmed down thanks to the magical herbs. He wasn't as tall as Oscar, but a bit more muscular. His slimmed-down face showed he would be a handsome man in the future. Haha, the evil fire in my spirit is finally gone. Brother Chen, I love you so much. Mahongjan, sensing the transformation within himself, ran over and hugged Li Luochen's thigh like a dog. Alright. You'd better stop loving me. Your love for me is fruitless. Anyway, your spirit problem is gone, which is good for you. Your life will no longer be in danger. But you must not slack off in your cultivation, Li Luochen said, looking at Mahongjan. He knew that Mahongjan's laziness in his early cultivation would later lead to his separation from his wife, Bai Changxiang, and their subsequent separation in the yin and yang realms. The latest novel is now available on the 69th Book Forum. Ultimately, the phoenix becomes a god, while the swift loses its soul. This is why Li Luochen has always strictly enforced Mahongjan's training and not let him slack off. Practice when it's time to practice, and have fun when it's time to play. This is Li Luochen's expectation of Mahongjan. So far, Mahongjan has performed well, and Li Luochen is quite satisfied. Mahongjan's soul power has now increased by 6 levels, reaching the bottleneck of the Grand Soul Master stage. Like Oscar, he can obtain a second soul ring. However, Mahongjan has never consumed whale glue. Flanders then gives Mahongjan a piece of 8,000-year-old whale glue and asks him to swallow it right then and there. Douluo and Douyan were seeing this for the first time. Douluo had only ever thought of whale glue as an aphrodisiac, so how could it be used for cultivation? Douluo watched Mahongjan with suspicion as he consumed the liquid. He first softened the whale glue with flames, reducing its volume by 2/3, then swallowed it and sat down to refine it. Initially, Mahongjan's face did turn red, but gradually returned to normal. The energy contained in the whale glue directly enhanced Mahongjan's physical fitness. He already had plenty of medicinal baths to build his foundation, and now, taking a piece of top-grade whale glue from a 1,000-year-old era, his physical fitness would undoubtedly improve significantly. Absorbing a spirit ring from the first millennium should be no problem. Chapter 47: A Different Shrek. After absorbing the whale glue, Mahongjan's physical fitness improved significantly. Flanders decided to rest for a few days before heading to the Star Dou Great Forest to hunt spirit rings for Xiaozin, Oscar, and Mahongjan. This time, Flanders and Zhao Wuji would lead the team, with Lu Kibin and Li Yusong on duty. Shrek was now strictly focused on the elite, with spirit masters recruited every year. Of course, Shrek's reputation was no longer the charade of earning the title of Imperial Viscount upon graduation. Flanders simply listed the top students and said, "If you're a genius, come to Shrek." Shrek only accepts monsters, not ordinary people. Li Luochen still felt awkward watching this. Monsters still needed to be cultivated? But even if he saw through it, he wouldn't say anything. After all, Shrek was their family, and they had already corrected many of their shortcomings. That was enough. Cultivating monsters would also benefit Shrek. Enrollment remained limited to those who had reached level 25 or higher in spirit power within 12 years and possessed optimal spirit ring configuration. However, those who had achieved Grand Spirit Master spirit ring configuration with 2 yellows before the age of 12 were considered excellent candidates. Flanders would not accept these individuals, but would refer them to Blue Scepter Academy. This trip to Heaven Dao had particularly changed the relationship between Flanders and Liu Erlong, with Liu Erlong suggesting that if Flanders' business became unsustainable, she would open Shrek Academy with Liu Erlong. Flanders reflected on the situation. Building a mimicry training room would require excessive funds, and Shrek Academy currently lacked one, significantly hindering the advancement of the little monsters. Fortunately, Li Luochen had discovered a method to enhance their physical bodies using whale glue, allowing them to absorb spirit rings at higher levels. While their spirit power cultivation would be comparable to that of higher-level academies, their regular training would still be slower than that of higher-level academies. Thanks to Shaoxin's high-quality sugar beans, the continuous sales generated substantial funds for the academy, allowing them to provide the little monsters with high-quality medicinal baths. Flanders had actually considered merging with Blue Domination Academy, but the timing wasn't right yet. He planned to wait a few years and then bring a few more monsters with him to Blue Domination. In fact, this time, Flanders gave 70% of his gold soul coins to Liu Long, asking her to upgrade Blue Domination Academy's mimicry training room. And thanks to a butterfly effect, Shrek Academy graduates Qin Ming and Mo Yu wrote to him, hoping to become teachers at a high-level Soul Master Academy. Flanders replied, suggesting they teach at Blue Domination Academy in Xian Dao City, where the dean was their master's wife, and he was concerned about underestimating their treatment. Meanwhile, Qin Ming and Mo Yu had been traveling the continent for years. Qin Ming was nearing the Soul Emperor stage, while Mo Yu needed less than 2 years to break through. They were planning to form a group and head to the Xiandao Royal Academy, but Flanders found a good place for them. Together, they traveled to Blue Domination Academy in Xiandao City, adding 2 young and powerful teachers to the Blue Domination Academy. One evening, at Li Luochen's house, "Grandpa, you're here," Li Luochen said, rising from his chair as Li Yusong entered. "Ziachen, why did you ask me to come over tonight? Old Lu and Ziawen are the only ones left in the academy now, so why are you being so secretive?" Li Yusong wondered what his grandson was thinking. "Hey, isn't this just a special treat for Grandpa? Here, this is a 7th grade dragon Ganoderma. It's very beneficial for spirit masters like us with dragon-attributed spirits. Grandpa, you're 57 now, and your cultivation has been slowing down. This dragon Ganoderma will directly boost your spirit power, allowing the dragon pattern staff to reach new heights," Li Luochen said, pulling out a 7th grade dragon Ganoderma, emblazoned with a dragon pattern. As soon as he pulled it out, Li Yusong felt an urge to eat it, but hesitated. "Ziachen, Grandpa's old, so let's not waste these herbs. I know Grandpa's talent. He's already blessed to be a soul sage in this lifetime. Keep it for you and Ziawen." Li Yusong shook his head and declined. "Hey, the immortal herbs Yanzi and I eat are much better than this. Grandpa, tell me the truth. What Yanzi and I eat are immortal herbs, much more valuable than this. This 7th grade dragon fungus is useless to us," Li Luochen said bluntly, pressing the 7th grade dragon fungus into Li Yusong's hands. "Grandpa, eat it quickly and refine it. Just chew it up and swallow it, then refine it right here. I think it will increase your soul power by at least 2 levels, Li Yusong said nothing more. It would be awkward to refuse something his grandson had given him. He stuffed it into his mouth, chewed it up and swallowed it, then sat down to refine it. When Li Luochen returned that day, he gave his grandfather the complete Zhaoshan Wuji Guang. Currently, only 4 people practice the complete Zhaoshan Wuji Guang: Du Gubo, Du Guyan, Li Yusong, and Li Luochen. Those at Shrek Academy are only practicing the rudimentary form. While cultivation is certainly faster than meditation, each level of the complete technique has different benefits. Now, while refining the 7th grade dragon fungus, Li Yusong simultaneously circulated the Zhaoshan Wuji Guang, breaking through the 2nd level, then the 3rd, until he reached the 5th level. Li Yusong, a soul emperor, faced no bottlenecks before the 7th level. Leveraging the medicinal properties of the 7th grade dragon fungus, he achieved a breakthrough in his technique. The 5th level is characterized by endless vitality, significantly increasing the soul power reserves. Li Yusong's soul power reserves are nearly half that of a soul emperor of the same level. This is the power of the Zhaoshan Wuji Guang. The complete Zhaoshan Wuji Guang compensates for Li Yusong's lack of soul ring configuration. As long as a 50,000-year-old sub-dragon soul beast is provided when Li Yusong obtains his 7th soul ring, he will be no less capable than a soul sage of the same level. The latest novels are released on the 69th book forum. Even if Li Yusong's spirit ring was only 10 years old, 50,000 years was the limit for a 7th spirit ring. Many soul sages only had 7th rings of 30,000 years. The older the 7th spirit ring, the more powerful the spirit's true form. Li Luochen planned to help his grandfather prepare the next 3 spirit rings to have higher ages, which would help him reach higher realms. By midnight, Li Yusong had completely absorbed the 7th grade dragon essence. Due to the breakthrough in his technique, his spirit power had increased by 3 levels. He was now a soul emperor at the 69th level. Furthermore, his spirit, the dragon pattern staff, had also improved. The dragon patterns on the staff were deeper and more lifelike, and the quality of his spirit had reached the pinnacle of high-level spirits. If he chose the right 7th spirit ring, Li Yusong's spirit might reach even higher levels. Wow, I never thought Grandpa would be able to improve even at such an old age. Xiachen, thank you, Li Yusong sighed with emotion. Not long after his grandson Li Luochen was born, his parents died at the hands of a spirit beast while hunting souls. His grandson was so naive at the time that he felt as if the heavens were playing a joke on him. Now that things are finally getting better, his grandson is incredibly talented, has found a granddaughter-in-law, and is helping his grandfather break through. What are you talking about? Grandpa, without your care, I wouldn't be where I am today. You didn't abandon me when I was so confused, but instead took great pains to take care of me. Isn't it my duty to honor you, Grandpa? We're family, so don't gossip, Li Luochen said directly. Ha ha ha, okay, it was Grandpa who lost his temper. By the way, when will Xiachen and Xiaoyan have a big fat boy for Grandpa to cherish? Grandpa really wants to see his great-grandson. Li Yusong directly mentioned Li Luochen's feelings about childbirth. It's too early. I'm not even 13 yet. There's no rush. Grandpa, you're in good health now. You can live another 60 years without any problem. Besides, I want you to become a titled Douluo. Titled Douluos have longer lifespans. Li Luochen changed the subject immediately. As expected, urging marriage and childbirth are both big problems. Ho ha, Grandpa is waiting for your surprise, the titled Douluo, Li Yusong said with a smile. He didn't think his grandson would fool him. Chapter 48 Views of Different Forces. Thanks to users 20230520165535697 and Manxiangxingchen for their donations, and everyone else for their monthly votes. By the time Li Luochen returned to Shrek, his information had already reached various factions. A second spirit ring with a millennium age was bound to attract widespread attention. Furthermore, Li Luochen had previously clashed with Du Daoluo's granddaughter, Du Guyan, in the heart of Xiandao City, a situation witnessed by all parties involved. A man from the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect, with a handsome face, a straight nose, and a square mouth, had a refined and gentle demeanor. He wore a spotless white robe. Appearing to be in his 40s, with a gentle gaze, he resembled an ordinary person. His smooth black hair flowed down his back, and he appeared effortlessly at ease, unaffected. This man was Ning Fengzi, the sect master of the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect, and he was reviewing the information on Li Luochen. Li Luochen, 12 years old, possesses a mutated dragon-patterned staff as his spirit, reaching level 37. Born in a village outside Soto City, his parents died in a soul-hunting attack, leaving only his grandfather, Li Yusong, a soul emperor. He currently attends Shrek Academy, a place renowned for producing outstanding young spirit masters like Qin Ming and Mo Yu. Li Luochen once used the alias Kingshan and competed in solo spirit battles at the Soto Grand Soul Arena. He currently holds a Silver Soul Battle Badge, boasting a record of 47 wins and 3 losses in solo spirit battles. He possesses exceptional talent, possessing innate spirit power approaching level 9, recorded by the Spirit Hall for those seeking subsidies. The Soto Spirit Hall's main hall reports that when Li Luochen was about to obtain his second spirit ring, he encountered the sacrifice of a 2,000-year-old spirit beast, which propelled him to meteoric heights. Ning Fengzi, reviewing this information, had always sought to win over young prodigies. Although cunning, he personally handled matters for the sect. If it weren't for the Spirit Hall's subsequent attack, the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect would likely have significantly improved, far surpassing the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex clan. Uncle Jian, Uncle Gu, how do you think we can win over this young talent? Ning Fengzi looked at the 2 elders seated beside the sect master's seat. These 2 elders were the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect's guardian elders. They were the peak level 96 Sword Daoluo Chenzin, and the peak level 95 Bone Daoluo Gurong. Both were veteran Super Daoluos, and it was because of their presence that the Seven Treasures glazed tile sect secured its position as the second most powerful sect in the world. I think we can win them over. According to intelligence, this Li Luochen was once beaten and carried away by the Old Poisonous One. He reappeared in Xiandao City with the Old Poisonous One's granddaughter, Du Guyan. In my opinion, this kid has already tied himself to the Old Poisonous One's leg. Chen Xin appeared to be an old man, dressed in a spotless snow-white robe. His hair and beard were completely white, with long silver hair neatly combed back. He had a simple appearance, and his face was as delicate as a baby's. My original opinion was that if our 7 treasures glazed tile sect couldn't obtain him, we should simply make him disappear. Such a prodigy is useless to us, so disappearing is best. Unfortunately, this brat is now likely to become Old Poison's son-in-law. Old Poison's strength is something Old Swordsman and I don't fear, but if we really push him, our 7 treasures glazed tile sect will suffer heavy losses. Bone Douluo expressed his thoughts. Gurong's face was haggard, his muscles and skin shrunken, and his eye sockets sunken. His build wasn't the kind of muscular build, but his skeleton was incredibly large, his clothes seemingly held together by a skeleton. His voice was raspy, like leaves blown by the wind. There were a few white hairs on his head, and he stood terrifyingly tall, nearly 2.5 meters. Since that's the case, let's just be patient and maintain a good relationship. We're probably not the only ones interested in him. The continent is about to be in chaos, and someone might preemptively take action. There's no need to add icing on the cake, providing timely assistance is key, Ning Fengzi muttered, looking at the ceiling. But then he changed the subject. Our 7 treasures glazed tile sect also has a prodigy. Rongrong's innate spirit power reached level 9.5 when she awakened her martial spirit. She still has a very good chance of breaking through the bottleneck of level 79. Ning Fengzi was very optimistic about his daughter. His own innate spirit power was level 8.5, and his daughter, Ning Rongrong, had one of the highest talents in the sect's history, with a strong chance of reaching the legendary 9 treasures glazed tile pagoda. The 2 protector Douluo's eyes lit up. Their little granddaughter was incredibly talented, having already obtained her first spirit ring. She was the 7 treasures glazed tile sect's hope. In Xiandao City, in the prince's mansion, Crown Prince Zhu King looked at Li Luochen's intelligence, gazing into a dark area and speaking. Uncle Shi, give orders to block all news of Li Luochen. The Pope must not learn. Also, I have a letter for you to deliver to the Hall of Worship, Zhu King. Oh, no, that should be Jinring Su. She had already met Li Luochen. He was only of average appearance, with a delicate face. She had seen so many beautiful faces over the years that she was immune to them. But she valued Li Luochen's strength even more. If the second spirit ring was the result of a spirit beast sacrifice, then what about the 8,000-year-old third spirit ring? If others couldn't see it, how could the spirit hall see it? His third spirit ring was extremely dark, and the spirit hall's secret sentries had recorded it with their soul guides. Jinring Su could tell at a glance that Li Luochen's third spirit ring had also been absorbed beyond its limit. Normally, a third spirit ring in his condition should have absorbed 6,000-year spirits, but he had surpassed 2,000 years and absorbed an 8,000-year spirit ring. Jinring Su was a natural talent, with a divine-level spirit, the Seraph. When her spirit awakened, her innate spirit power was at level 20, and her fourth spirit ring was only 8,000 years old. This already surpassed the age of her grandfather, Sky Douluo Jin Daoliu, and even surpassed the age of Tang Chen's spirit ring back then. The latest novel is released on the 6th edition of the book bar. But now, a genius spirit master even younger than her has a third spirit ring of 8,000 years? What's he trying to do? His fourth spirit ring must be 10,000 years old. Jinring Su suspected Li Luochen might know the secret of absorbing spirit rings beyond his level. Therefore, she wanted to block all information about him. She had spoken with him before, and she could tell he didn't want a close friendship with her, judging by her years of experience in palace fighting. When Li Luochen first saw her, he was surprised, then wary, and finally regretful. Jinring Su found that look strange. Jinring Su, however, had a very favorable impression of Li Luochen. Although he deliberately kept his distance from her, speaking in a perfunctory, official manner, she wasn't annoyed by him. Instead, he piqued her desire to win. Jinring Su desperately wanted to woo Li Luochen. Such a talent must be hers, not snatched away by that stinking woman in the Pope's palace. So, she blocked all contact with Li Luochen. Then, a letter emerged, explaining that since Li Luochen was a war soul master of the mutated dragon pattern staff, the 2 best staff masters in the world belonged to the 2 priests of the Temple of Worship. Qianjin Douluo and Jiangmo Douluo, both possessing the coiled dragon staff as their martial spirits, were both level 96 super Douluos. Even the second priest, Golden Crocodile Douluo, couldn't defeat them together. If 6th and 7th grandpas could accept him as their apprentice, perhaps they could bring him under their wing, along with Tugubo. That was Jinring Su's plan. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 49, Hall of Worship. This is the grand offering. That's all the young lady has instructed. Snakespeare Douluo. She long knelt on one knee and addressed the blonde, middle-aged man before him. He looked to be in his 30s or 40s, handsome and with a faint smile. His calm, serene aura gave off a very soothing feeling. He was tall, but not muscular, dressed in a simple gray robe, his long, neatly combed golden hair cascading down his back. Despite his simple attire, his mere presence evoked a sense of reverence. This was Sky Douluo Jin Douluo, one of the three current ultimate Douluos, the invincible Sky Douluo. To either side of Jin Douluo stood three figures. They were the golden crocodile Douluo, an elderly man in a gold robe and silver embroidery, with a white beard and hair, possessing a power of 98th level. And the blue Luan Douluo, with short, dark blue hair, smoky blue eyes, azure bangs, sharp eyebrows, and a handsome appearance, clad in a sign-offering robe, possessing a soul power of 97th level. Clad in golden armor and red robes, he was a burly lion Douluo, with an orange beard and hair. He possessed a soul power of level 96. A figure resembling a teenager, his left eye covered in ice, long silver hair, and his left arm, transformed by his spirit, into an icy form. He wore a light gray robe, a light-winged Douluo, with a soul power of level 96. A figure with a black bun, gray-blue eyes, and a scar over his right eye, was handsome and tall. He wore golden armor, a purple offering robe, and a purple headscarf. He was Kyangin Douluo, with a soul power of level 96. He had short black hair, dark red eyes, and a handsome, tall build. He wore golden armor and a red offering robe, bearing a striking resemblance to Kyangin Douluo. This was the seventh offering demon subduing Douluo, with a soul power of level 96. The strongest warrior present was the Spirit Hall's most powerful. Even Snakespeare Douluo felt uneasy. Xiaoxu, do you want to recruit this young genius? His second spirit ring is 1,000 years old, his third is 8,000 years old, and he has a staff-type martial spirit. Sixth and seventh brothers, are you interested? Jin Douluo said with a smile, his heart beaming with joy. Jin Ringsu had explained all the pros and cons was it to train her own team. Haha, she's really grown up. Note, Jin Ringsu is now 17 years old and currently a Soul King. Although his second spirit ring is impressive, he's only a Soul Master. Training apprentices is too much trouble. It's more interesting to fight against the strongest, said Demon subduing Douluo casually, his little finger still scratching his ear. The priests and Snake Spear. Seventh brother. Calm down. How can you be a priest like this? Kyangin Douluo snapped. I know. Hearing his brother's words, Demon subduing Douluo straightened his posture. Sixth brother, what do you think? Golden Crocodile Douluo knew that Demon subduing Douluo was reliable except in fighting, so he decided to ask Kyangin Douluo. I think we need to wait and see. If the young lady can take this child under her wing, it's fine for Old Seven and I to be his teachers. Old Seven and I are truly lacking a successor. Our Panlong ancient family truly lacks any talented youngsters. If this child can help the young lady, then there's no problem with us being his teachers. He's only just starting out, so we need to see what happens. Kyangin Douluo remained calm and composed, mindful of the overall situation. His explanation was the most perfect yet. Adapt to any change with the same approach. In that case, Yu Long, go back and tell Xiaoxu that his talent is only just beginning to emerge. The two honorifics would like to observe him further, ideally recruiting him into the Spirit Hall. Jin Douluo instructed Snakespeare Douluo. Yes. I'll take my leave. Snakespeare Douluo withdrew, returning directly to Jin Ringsu's side with a high honorific's order to continue his guard duty. The honorifics all returned to their respective training areas, with one exception. Kyangin Douluo left the honorific hall and headed towards the Bara Kingdom. Jin Douluo was the only one in the entire worship hall who sensed this. A faint smile played on his face. It seems Kyangin still values his successor very much. He actually left secretly, probably wanting to test the little fellow's abilities. Elsewhere, Kyangin Douluo flew towards the Bara Kingdom. I wonder if this little fellow is as talented as the rumors say. I'll have to see for myself. If he is, then I'll have no problem accepting him. It's a shame our family is struggling right now, and no one has reached level 8 innate spirit power, Qianjin Douluo muttered to himself. At Super Douluo speed, Bar Kingdom would be reached in just a few days. The Spirit Hall's intelligence network is exceptionally sophisticated. Qianjin Douluo knows Li Luochun's residence. This time, he wanted to observe this brat up close to see if he's truly that powerful. The latest novel is released on the 6th 9-book bar. At Shrek Academy in Soto City, Bar Kingdom, only Li Luochun, Du Guyan, Li Yusong, and Lu Kibin were present. Flanders and Zhao Wuji, along with Xiaozin, Oscar, and Ma Hongjin, had departed for the Star Dou Great Forest to hunt soul beasts. Du Gubo, after a day of rest, set out to roam the continent, visiting old enemies to settle scores. Li Luochun was sparring with Du Guyan, unaware that he had been targeted by a level 96 Super Douluo. Come on, Yanzi, attack me. You're now a power attack soul master. You need to hone your melee abilities. Focus on power and melee, supplemented by poison. The synergy between the two might be incredibly effective, Li Luochun said to Du Guyan. After Du Guyan's spirit evolved into the golden scaled jade dragon, it became a top-tier beast spirit, on par with the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex, and awakened the secret technique of dragon transformation. Du Guyan's left dragon claw, amplified by the dragon transformation technique, could be used multiple times. After using a soul skill, using dragon transformation doubles the original power. If the soul skill increases one speed, attack power, or defense by 50%, the effect is 1.5 times greater, and using dragon transformation again brings the total increase to 2.5 times. This is even stronger than the blue lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex. Furthermore, Du Guyan's dragon claws are highly toxic. A scratch from her claws releases the toxin, poisoning the opponent's health. This makes Du Guyan practically invincible in close combat. Unless facing a soul master as immune to all poisons as Li Luochun, she's bound to be defeated. Unfortunately, Du Guyan previously excelled in the control type, and switching to powerful attack type wasn't easy for her. However, Du Guyan possesses immense perseverance. With her fighting spirit revved up, she's seen tremendous improvement in recent days, significantly boosting her melee abilities. At least she won't be as beaten as she was during their first encounter. Outside Shrek Academy, well, this kid knows a lot about combat. Du Gubo's girl spirit has evolved. It seems that Du Gubo has a great opportunity, but it has nothing to do with me. Qianjin Douluo has been here for a while. Watching Li Luochun training Du Guyan, he has a new impression of this kid. Chapter 58 Crucial Test. That night, as Li Luochun was about to go to bed to practice, a voice suddenly reached his ears. Li Luochun, come out to the southeast corner outside your academy. I'll be waiting for you here. The cold voice startled Li Luochun, sending a chill through his body. Anyone capable of such a powerful telepathic transmission must be a titled Douluo. Li Luochun's immediate reaction was that a titled Douluo was out to kill him. His spirit ring was so dazzling it would surely draw jealous envious sects. Currently, the strongest in Shrek Academy were only soul emperors. How could a titled Douluo be a match? The other party was likely well prepared, having been observing for days. Dean Flender, a soul Douluo, was absent, and Du Gubo had also left a few days ago. Shrek Academy was at its most destitute at this time, so Li Luochun had no choice but to go. Did a titled Douluo need a reason to kill someone? He was indeed too weak. He had just established his foundation, and now his end was imminent. Li Luochun wrote a note and placed it on his desk before heading directly to the southeast outside Shrek Academy. Li Luochun arrived soon after, speaking sharply. You, a dignified titled Douluo, would actually attack a junior like me? It seems the sect behind you can't tolerate me. I wonder which sect is so despicable. Li Luochun, guessing his chances of survival were practically zero, simply erupted in fury. I'm about to be assassinated by you, and you still expect me to be kind? Qianjin Douluo, hiding in the shadows, twitched his lips. What's this kid thinking? Oh, this kid must be mistakenly thinking that some spirit master family can't tolerate a genius like him, and wants to assassinate him before he's poached by other forces. Haha, if that's the case, then I'll play along. Qianjin Douluo pulled a black robe from his spirit guide, draped it around himself, and then emerged, pretending to come to assassinate him. Li Luochun also saw a tall figure in a black robe emerge. Looking at this person, Li Luochun formed a suspicion. You are a titled Douluo of the weapon spirit, right? Judging by your stature, you must be an elder of the Clear Sky sect. Li Yusong guessed that the Clear Sky sect had learned of the emergence of a talented weapon spirit master and, fearing a threat to their position as the world's #1 weapon spirit master, wanted to eliminate him as soon as possible. Haha, why would a dead man be so talkative? Qianjin Douluo continued, using his spirit power to make his voice sound older. It seems so. The splendid battle soul hammer, the mighty Haoshan sect? Tisk, a stray dog with a broken back. Without Tang Chen, they wouldn't even have the courage to fight the spirit hall. They actually lowered themselves to assassinate me? Ha 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 ha, they're truly a sect that bullies the weak and fears the strong, preferring to mindlessly attack the younger before attacking the older. Is this the level of tolerance of the world's #1 sect? No wonder they even abandoned Tang Hao, the master of 100,000-year spirit ring. They even abandoned the 4 single attribute clans who dedicated themselves to the sect? Truly a worthless sect. Li Yusong's words were sharp, leaving Qianjin Douluo stunned. How can this kid be so imaginative? He seems to know something. Let's try to get some more information out of him. Haha, why does our Haoshan sect need anyone to teach us how to do things? It's a pity you were so outstanding. Blocking our path. Now you're just a dying whale, Qianjin Douluo said coldly. I wonder what level of elder you are in the Clear Sky sect. I'm guessing it's not Ocean Douluo, as he's probably a bit arrogant. Li Yusong knew he was doomed, but he still wanted to give it a try. He secretly activated his Tyrant Dragon Spine and Dragon Wings, intending to unleash his Tyrant Dragon Battle Body's first soul skill, Swift Speed, and strike the titled Douluo in front of him with a club. Using the titled Douluo's recoil, he charged towards the Soto City Spirit Hall. He didn't believe the Clear Sky sect would be so bold as to kill someone right there. Oh? You know quite a bit. Then guess what level of elder I am? Qianjin Douluo was also shocked. Could the Clear Sky sect be hiding something? During the closed-off period, only Tang Xiao achieved a titled Douluo breakthrough, leading to Sect Master Tang Zhen's death and Tang Hao's expulsion from the sect. The 5 elders were all soul Douluos. Could they have achieved a titled Douluo breakthrough in recent years? No, I have to go back and ask my third brother, King Li Douluo, to take a look. 4th soul skill, Tyrant Dragon Battle Body. 1st soul skill, Swiftness, and Tyrant Dragon Spine Power Amplification. Li Yusong immediately unleashed his 2 amplifying soul skills, activating the power amplification of the Tyrant Dragon Spine. The 4th soul skill increases attack power by 200%, strength by 200%, and defense by 300%. The power amplification of the soul bone attached to the Tyrant Dragon Spine is also increased by 300%. The 1st soul skill, Swiftness, instantly increases one's speed by 100% and strength by 50%. With each level increase, the amplification effect of swiftness increases by 1%. Currently at level 44, Li Yusong's speed amplification has reached 134%. Combined with the 4th soul skill, the power of the first 3 soul skills doubles, bringing Li Yusong's speed amplification to 234%. 2nd soul skill, Blazing Explosion. Li Yusong unleashed a deafening blow, smashing the staff in front of the black-robed figure. The coiled dragon staff now weighed 6,000 kilograms, and its power amplification had reached 584%. Such incredible power was truly worthy of the ultimate power. The latest novel is being released on the 69th book forum. Li Yusong's smash must have weighed at least dozens of tons, a force not even a soul sage would dare to take, increasing the value of this sewer. It's still a world of cultivation. After all, Qianjin Douluo hadn't expected this kid to attack directly. With a wave of his hand, he created a soul barrier to block the attack. SHH. Such powerful force. On par with a soul sage's full strength attack. He's only a soul sect member, and his 4th soul ring is 10,000 a year old. This kid has truly had a fortuitous encounter. His 4th soul skill must be incredibly powerful. I suspect he's obtained the soul bone of this 10,000-year-old soul beast. The soul bone skill is strength amplification. This kid may possess ultimate power. Even Tang Chen, the prodigy of the Haoshan sect, doesn't possess such power at the soul sect level. Qianjin Douluo immediately released his spirit power, repelling Li Yusong's attack. Li Yusong had been waiting for this recoil, unleashing his external spirit bone dragon wings and rapidly ascending towards Soto City. Qianjin Douluo was momentarily stunned by this display, then thought to himself, this kid has excellent combat prowess. His first strike was a decoy, hoping to capitalize on my spirit power's recoil. He'll use the force of that power to quickly escape. Furthermore, those wings must be external spirit bones. This kid is incredibly lucky. His combat prowess far surpasses his peers, and his temperament is surprisingly calm and adaptable. Haha, I'm incredibly pleased with this disciple. Ha 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 ha. Qianjin Douluo stomped the ground hard, instantly arriving in front of Li Luochen and restraining him with his spirit power. Li Luochen's heart sank. My life is over. Goodbye, Yanzi. Haha, kid, you were quite talkative just now, and your plan was pretty good too. If I didn't have level 96 soul power, I'd have let you get away. A cold voice rang out at this moment. It was no longer a hoarse, old voice, but the voice of a middle-aged man with full energy. Li Luochen opened his eyes and looked. You are. End of this chapter. Thank you so much for reading until the end. Don't forget to give it a like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription or donation encourages us to continue. Thank you all. See you in the next video.